Good morning and welcome to CTV Sports. I'm Dale Schwetz, and we are live, Grand Champions Polo Club at Santa Rita Polo Farm. And I'm here today with Jan Erik Frank, and we're bringing you the Tackeria President's Day Cup Avendano. We're playing two games here on two different fields during the day, and of course the Santa Rita Polo Farm, and all in line with the PTF, the Polo Training Foundation. So please follow the PTF and get involved in that. We are going to start out with a round robin for you today. We have our mounted officials today, two of our top mounted officials from the World Polo League, which is in session, just started yesterday. So make sure you take a look at the World Polo League 2025. As we're going to start out with the Tackeria, Meyer Ranch, and then GJ Racing. We're going to have a round robin setup. The Tackeria will be in the blue, Meyer Ranch will be in the green, and GJ Racing will be in the orange. We have Esteban Panelo, on the field. Yeah, Esteban is going to be out there taking care of our first game. And we will go ahead and get this first game underway. So once again, thank you for joining us here on a Monday fun day from the beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm. We're going to get to our spot. Mr. Jan Erik Frank will introduce all the team to the proper introduction and get our first chucker underway. Once again, thank you for joining us here for the Tackeria President's Day Cup Avendano, Jan Erik Frank.
Thank you very much, Dale. A very good morning from me as well. Yes, we are ready. Esteban is about to get the ball underway. So let me just quickly tell you who's out there in the blue shirts. As Dale was saying, we have the Tackeria. At number 1, Joseph Schwartz. At number 2, Sailor Schwaber. At number 3, Greg Shepard. At number 4, PJ De Angelis. For Meyer Ranch in green, at number 1, Valentia Vijamir. She's wearing the pink helmet, probably quite easy to spot, a little bit of a pattern on that. At number 2, we have Sasha Musi playing in the blue helmet. At number 3, Milo MacDonough in white, and Benjamin Obregon, who's about to get the first ball of this match, picking up that, as I said, first pass, nicely taken here. Benjamin Obregon checks, shuts things down, puts it through, and that is the first goal. No surprise there. Benjamin Obregon wasting no time getting Meyer Ranch, the team in green, up on the score sheet. Cracking start here from Benjamin Obregon. Great run, kept his head down, and just cool as a cucumber, just puts it between the uprights. So they come back to the halfway line.
Great start here, Jan. As I see this, so these young players, I love how they pick the ball up quickly, get out in front. Of course, any of our new viewers say they will switch directions after every goal. And we're picked up here on the second bowling.
Ball back in play now then. And once again, the young man, I should say, with the number 4 on his shirt, Benjamin Obregon, dragging, or rather pulling his team nicely left behind here for Milo MacDonough. MacDonough, another one of those very talented young players. Same procedure, only this time at the north end of the goal. Milo MacDonough. You might want to remember he's wearing the white helmet there, picking up his first goal. And very quickly, Meyer Ranch here in the driving seat with 2 early goals here in this first chukker, as they make their way back to the halfway line.
Yeah, there's a big part of these. Remember, playing this round robin setup, and you want to get goals early. And we talk a lot about logistics and the game plan based in these round robins. They get very excited about it. Look at this, out the back door one more time.
And again, the Greens have it. Look at this. Another run here by the number 3, Milo MacDonough. A lot of space for him to do and play his play. Has to leave this one behind, but there's always Benjamin Obregon trying to make his way, and he finds another gap. What a cracking start here. Didn't see that one coming. Meyer Ranch here, especially these 2 young boys, Benjamin Obregon and Milo MacDonough, setting the pace, raising the bar, and making it a very quick 3-0 here early on.
Cannot do it any better than that. They're actually showing you how quickly you can score here on this 300-yard long field, 150 yards from center. So on that side, they'll line them back up. And this is probably one of the quickest starts we've seen in the Avendano PTF play.
Hands down, Dale, absolutely. Now then, the first touch and the first win for the team in blue, Tackeria, and it's Joseph Schwartz. Let's see if he can make a dent into this run that Meyer Ranch have had early on. Still Joseph. Who's he going to play it to? He's going to try and put it into, or lay it up nicely into the danger zone. Anybody there in a blue shirt? Possibly. possibly the man with the number 4, PJ De Angelis. He's wearing that dark, very Bordeaux, dark-looking red helmet. Didn't quite manage to pick up that pass. Ball goes over the back line. So once again, My Ranch will have possession with a knock-in. Well, at least we saw that Tackeria were able to disrupt the flow of play a little bit by Maya. And now they're going to try and press, I'm sure, very early on. Nice far lean out there. And in comes Joseph Schwartz again to try and keep the momentum going of knocking on the opponent's doorstep. Schwartz, he's on the boards. Little turn around. He's got Obregon there challenging him for possession of the ball. Comes out on top and away we go. Another perfect pass here from Obregon to, well, the intention was to send it up to Milo MacDonough. He's going to have to pick it up again. I'll try to control it. A little bit unlucky. In comes Valentina Villamil. And turned around on the halfway line by Joseph. Joseph Schwartz has to concede. Pick up now. Nicely done on the near side by the number 2, by Sasha Musi. I haven't seen him with the too many touches just yet. Schwartz coming in, a challenge. A little melee, a little duel going on here. And coming out on top, Senor Obregon. Look at that. Perfect pass. And that's got the name of the number 2 written all over it. Sasha Musi with a straight run to goal. Sasha, can he finish it? A little cut shot, keeps his head down. Nicely done, just not enough power. And then from the second row, another shot towards goal. And once again, it's picked up here by Tackeria in blue. Good defense here. Now let's see if they can run it all the way up the field.
Yeah, Tackeria, they're coming alive here. They got a little bit of flow. Great start by Meyer Ranch in the green jerseys to get those quick bowl-ins. They actually took advantage of the bowl-ins. That's where you get the breakaways. But I like the way the defense now of the Meyer Ranch team, Tackeria, has tightened up on them.
Certainly has. But when you go out there and look at this, a cheeky steal and another nice goal here by the number 3 in green. And that, of course, you know who that is, Milo MacDonough. So 4-0, 2 goals on the account of Milo and 2 of Benjamin Obregon.
Yeah, like to add there, Milo MacDonough being the youngest player to ever play in the World Polo League. World Polo League being the 26-goal highest level of polo in North America outside of Argentina. He actually scored a couple goals in that game, filling in for one of the sponsors. And, man, you can see how his development from that, it was so encouraging after talking with his mother and father. They said they loved it, put him to a whole nother level.
Well, I was going to say, Dale, it seems like it runs in the family, you know, with McDonald's. Similar also to the Obregons, that you seem to have that polo gene, which I know we'd all like to have a piece of. Back to the action then, and again on the move here in green. They seem to have, I would say, a good 80+% of ball possession here as Milo MacDonough tried to do something with that ball. We have, I believe, our first whistle of the game.
Yeah, they are going to stay on the whistle here. Of course, the PTF is the nation's oldest and most successful youth program. It's been instrumental in the growth of junior and youth polo players by encouraging the sports development with training programs, lessons, and tournaments for boys and girls. And it really brings everybody together here. And this is a big part also, you see, they are going to be calling the fouls. They are explaining the fouls to them, which is very important as these players' development continues.
Now, that's very good, Dale. And I remember I was very fortunate to be here with you last year, of course. And I think it's great what Melissa Ganzi, of course, is doing with the PTF, encouraging that polo at grassroots level. And you can see the results of that. Here we go then, a penalty 4. Once again for Meyer Ranch. Milo MacDonough keeps it nice and low. Just puts it out to the left-hand side. But also what's incredible is to see how much strength and how much technique these young players have. That'll bring us to the end of our first chukker. There'll be a quick pony change. We will have a very short commercial break. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments for chukker number 2.
All right, so welcome back, everybody, as we are live from the beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm. Dale Schwed, Jan, Eric Frank, CTV Sports, the Tackeria Cup, and our Avendano. PTF has been teaching youth confidence, discipline, hard work, and leadership through the sport of polo since 1967. That takes us back, Jan. That was your birthday. That's when you were born, yeah, 1967. Born in 66. It's great to hear that. We had an opportunity to interview PTF Executive Director Jennifer McLeavy. She does an amazing job, works hand in hand with us. Our junior programs have allowed future generations of players to compete and have fun in exclusive environments with their peers. And this brings it together. It's a big part of what happens with these young players. Of course, young gentlemen and ladies coming together to play, bringing them together with the amazing four-legged athlete, and, of course, all of the polo. As I see Danny Shraga coming in, and Danny loves this. He's a big part to be in. Danny, welcome again, sir. He's a beautiful man. Look at there. Is he Danny? Oh, he's talking about me? Oh, yeah, he loves, well, Danny. We go way back, Danny, and to see all this, I mean, it's got to bring a tear to your eye. You know how you're such a big part of Danny Shraga here today, and he was a big part because when I played polo at Culver Military Academy when I was in my teens, Danny was a big part of the development, and I had an opportunity to learn a lot from him playing in the arenas. Actually, at Cornell University, he was there, and it showed you how it spreads across the country. And then we were so excited here as it looks like we got a lot of different people coming in, yeah, now. And it looks like we got GJ Racing will be coming up. And that's a very strong team. And with the GJ Racing team, that'll be coming up. I think Jill Johnson, Miss Johnson down there. I believe I said, Jill, is that you? Yeah. So we got some of the sponsors on hand this morning. Overcast day today. We're changing the weather today, Jan. We've had nice weather for polo. We had 32 against 32 goals. We got 32 goals yesterday in the All-Star Challenge Cup. You can go back and watch that on CTV Sports. But today we're in the 70s. Perfect weather for the four-legged athletes and the two-legged athletes.
And away we go then. Chuck number 2. Everybody back out on the field. And if you've just joined us in this opening match of the Tackeria President's Cup in the blue shirts, that is the team Tackeria with Joseph Schwartz, the number 1 position. At number 2, Taylor Schwaber. At number 3, Greg Shepard. At number 4, PJ DeAngelis. In green, we've got Maya Ranch led by Valentina Vijamil. She's wearing the pink helmet. At number 2, Sasha Musi in a blue helmet. Number 3, in the white helmet, Milo MacDonough, who already scored twice in that opening chukker, as did Benjamin Obregon wearing the red helmet, also picking up 2 goals in the first chukker, making it 4 goals to nil as it stands. And it looks like goal number 5 could be on its way as that ball hit the inside of that near post by Milo MacDonough. Didn't quite cross the line in its entirety. Careful. That was a bit of a miss hit there from Joseph Schwartz, just going over the sideboards. Yes, it's well advised to keep an eye on the flow of play. These balls can sometimes not quite go where you wanted them to. So a change of possession from the blue team, Tackeria, over to Maya Ranch, where that ball went out of bounds. Milo MacDonough waiting for the umpire to call play, which has just happened. And away we go. Maya Ranch possibly looking here for goal number 5. Over to the left-hand side. Nicely done. Finding Sasha Musi. Musi just has to get the putter out. Bit of a bouncing ball. But then there's always that man with the number 4, Benjamin Obregon, picking up his hat-trick and his 3rd goal of the match. Well done, Benjamin. So when we did see moments, or we thought that the Blues are coming back here, but it seems to be very difficult to crack that nut because my Orange, their positioning play, Dale, is absolutely top draw.
Yeah, and a lot of these players, Jan, I've noticed, have been also playing in the higher leagues. They actually playing in the sixth goal at the Grand Champions Polo Club, and now coming back to play here in the PTF with our Tackeria President's Day Cup. So you see how they're advancing, and that's very exciting for all the fans and the players.
Well, Dale, you've nailed it on the head. And I remember myself when I started playing many years ago. It was always, with the better players you could play with, the more you would learn. The hours in the saddle, of course, you can never get enough as a young player. Hours in the saddle, riding as many different horses as possible, which makes you a competent horseman. And then, of course, working on all your shots. We spent hours on the wooden horse, practicing the near side, practicing the offside. But equally, and you can see that also very apparent here with these youngsters, is that they also learn the rules, and are kept abreast and up to date on all the changes which are always made at the end of the year. And I think it's great because so far, also in this game, we've had one whistle.
Yeah, very, very well said there. Yeah, it's a big part of the game, and for them to learn. Look at this, just clean pickups on the near side. Now on the breakaway once again, as Sasha is going to get out in front and still lining out very well. If you look in behind, Benjamin still working with his man number 4, trying to push one of the Tackeria players wide. That's going to give Sasha opportunities. Still has Milo in the rumble seat, and that's just a great polo play. And very well said. The rules are such a big part of it, and we've always talked about it back in the day. We used to sit on the sideline with our helmets or our boots and hope that maybe someone didn't show up or they needed some extra player. And now we're getting between 50 to 100 kids out here to be able to play in competition. Unbelievable.
Yeah, not only that, another very important thing that you could see also with the kids from not only understanding the rules very well is that, and I don't know if they taught you that as well, Dale, but I remember when I first started, one of the things that my coaches used to always say to me, he said, Jan, remember, when you're on a fast horse, keep a slow mind so that you actually can do the shots, take around, look around where you are. And you can see here with composure and with a lot of grace here, another cracking goal now also picking up his hat-trick for Milo MacDonough.
Yeah, dominating the bowl-ins here. Very well done on the bowl-ins. And as you can see, Milo, who's very focused. We talked about his opportunities he's had, be able to play with his father in the World Polo League, even step up to that match. If you think about the level, to keep your head, like you said, in a calm manner, Jan, it's just unbelievable. Then you watch also the way they go and switch their horses, they switch their mouth. Everything's done at such a professional level. And again, this is for fun. This is for them to come out and enjoy and just have a great time and meet new friends. But it does continue on to have some amazing players. And, as I always say, the polo world is a very bright future.
It does indeed, and Dale, I'm sure you'll agree with me. I mean, there are many great sports that you can play, but I always found playing a team sport where you actually have to work with other people very, very helpful also for other areas in life. And here we go. This looks like it could be, and it is the first goal here. PJ DeAngelis finally breaks that spell and gets the first goal here for Tackeria.
They're going to take control out of the bowling here, so that is a big part of the game right there, winning these bowl-ins and taking advantage of it. And once again, just to add you, Jan, you hit it right on the head, the nail on the head, talking about how, you're bringing out such a successful junior youth programs and encouraging the growth of all the players with confidence, discipline, work ethic, and leadership. Big part.
Yeah, and that will pay a lot of dividends for these youngsters also in their respective careers. Now let's go back to the action and on the move again. The man with the number 3, Milo MacDonough. Remember, he's wearing the white helmet. Benjamin Obregon in his traditional dark red helmet, and the Blues have it. Tackeria trying to capitalize on the fact that they picked up a nice goal, and that could be Sailor Schwaber on her move towards goal. We've heard the horn. 30 seconds remain. Can my Orange pick up another goal and make it 8, or will? And that's a nice steal here by Tackeria. Can they do it? Down comes the hammer once again from Obregon. A little steal here by the number 3 in blue. That is Greg Shepherd. A cut shot attempt from De Angelis. He's hooked and avoided, but they're deep in their own half. I'm not sure they're going to have the time to run the ball all the way up the field as the Blues still have it. There is the second horn, and that would make it Chucker, as Joseph Schwartz didn't quite get that message, and that is a shame because that ball, unfortunately, didn't go in. So we will allow the players to get off their ponies. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments with our third Chucker.
All right, welcome back. We've got a little break here with some of our players. We're going to switch them up. We have It's like GJ Racing coming in. I think Jill Johnson is down there. And as Jan said, give a shout out. We played many of the tournaments here at this beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm. And our Grand Champions Polo Club president and PTF chairman Melissa Ganzi, a longtime supporter of the grassroots of polo and several of the PTF events. Is this such a fantastic place to play and host here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm? We'll talk more about the Santa Rita Polo Farm as our day goes on. If you have not had the opportunity to come out and watch many of the games here, of course, we have it's the 44th Avendano Memorial Tackeria President's Day Cup. I want to welcome everyone to CTV Sports. If you missed our first couple chuckers, we do have a 6-chucker round robin going on. The Ganzi, they've Melissa, especially Melissa and Mark, and I've had the opportunity to also watch this. They've through the PTF, the Thrive years, watching their children and Grant and Riley. And if you watch our 32 goals against 32 goals, you had the opportunity to see Grant play, who's playing very well now, 3 goals and on his way up daily, playing so much polo, and he plays on everything from the grass to the snow to the beach, and just loves it. And also Riley represented women's polo at a high level. But it was great to see that. I remember my first opportunity to be on the mic. Melissa actually had in one of the Avendanos going on, and 40 kids showed up as usual. I'll never forget that day. It's one of my favorite days, not just having an opportunity to call the game of polo, but to actually be around this and feel and see Jill Johnson and, of course, Jennifer McLeavy, everybody involved. And it's just fantastic to see how it's grown and see these players. We got to interview Jennifer again, and she said, Melissa said that she was so proud of PTF Executive Director Jennifer McLeavy. Her work ethic, positive attitude, professionalism, unparalleled, and she absolutely refreshing and rewarding to be a part of the PTF, and she does a fantastic job. I've known Jennifer for so long, so it's great to see all these people that are involved. So get behind and help out. We got another group of players out here ready to go. So I'm going to get back to Jan, Eric, Frank, and thanks again. Join us here on CTV Sports.
Thank you very much, Dale. Yes, as you rightly said, GJ Racing are out there now. Let me just quickly tell you who is in that team. At number 1, we've got Amelia Massey. She's wearing a dark blue helmet. At number 2 in a white helmet, that is Max Scott Barnes. At number 3, keep an eye on this young man, Harrison Reicher. Very, very strong young player. I remember him from last year. And at number 4, Cruz Bill Bow wearing the grey helmet. They, of course, are playing against the team that just played their opening 2 chukkers, and that is Tackeria. Let me just give you another quick rundown of who's playing for Tackeria in the blue shirts. Joseph Schwartz at number 1, Sailor Schwaber at number 2, Greg Shepard at number 3, and P.J. DeAngelis in the dark red. And Dale, help me out there. We just had a goal. And I believe Cruz Bilbao has not wasted any time picking up the first goal here for GJ Racing. So well done, Cruz, making it 1-0 in, as Dale was saying, this round robin. Back to the halfway line they come for another throw-in. And as Dale also said, of course, if you are a new viewer to polo, remember that after every goal is scored, they change ends. So still not really finding their rhythm here for Tackeria in blue. Once again on the move, it's Cruz Bilbao. Cruz Bilbao up against DeAngelis as a defender. The finish on the near side, a bouncing ball just out to the left-hand side. And again, incredible to see how strong GJ Racing have come out here to play their first chukker.
Yeah, they have a great sponsor with Jill Johnson, and actually she's big into the horse racing. That's where the GJ Racing comes from. And I had an opportunity to talk to her in depth about the horses, and it was educational, very educational. She's so into, of course, her ski and the Coca-Cola operation with Jillian, representing women's polo at a very high level also. I like how they flip around. I love the orange jerseys, first of all. Yep. Stands out great. And last year, we see how the levels go up, yeah, and you can see just the speed of this game of these three chuckers that we've already had have definitely gone to a whole other level.
Absolutely, Dale, and it's so much fun and so much pleasure also, not just to see how these kids are growing from year on year, and their confidence is growing, their technique in how they play the ball, but also the mindset, and we've touched on that. And the mindset in any team sport, we used to always be told you're always as strong as the weakest link. So it's important. But this togetherness, this team spirit, which of course is indoctrinated to these kids at a very young age, I think has so many benefits for their future lives, their future careers. As we now go back to the action, and Joseph Schwartz nearly running away with it. He found a little gap. It's picked up now by the number 3, Harrison Reich, a very, very strong young kid with the number 3. I believe he's wearing the captain's armband as well. I remember last year, impressed me at no end. Here he is on the move again. Reicher tries to take it and control it. Well done out of midair. Reicher, Harrison, trying to find a little way, trying to keep the calm and the composure that is needed within a team sport. A perfect pass out to the right-hand side. Joseph Schwartz read it, went along. Unlucky there. Emilia Massi tried to pick it up. And, Dale, another very rare occasion, but a whistle.
Yes, we get a little right-of-way violation. And, of course, that is the one call that's called 80% of the time, the right-of-way. Very important to make sure that is worked on daily with the players because of the speed and the differentials in the game. And you're talking about Harrison Reicher. Yes, he plays, him and his sister and him play also at the Grand Champions Polo Club. They play in the 6 and the 12 goal. So it's nice to see them out here at the PTF. And nice shot here by Joseph Schwartz, who's a big part of our family here, also works in the polo school.
Yeah, he's another one of those youngsters who has come leaps and bounds, and you can see that again here. Very, very intelligent polo player, technically very, very solid. So great to see him here, and he also, of course, playing in more than just the PTF. So great to see him back in the saddle here for the 44th Avendano Tackeria President's Cup 2025. Schwartz on the ball, on the boards, tries to turn on the inside. Has a man on, and that man, of course, is none other than Cruz Bilbao, the only player so far to have scored here in this second part of our round robin. A nice pass up to the front door, looking for Max Scott Barnes. Tries to centre it now, the finishing touch. Can he control it? Max tries to hammer that one all the way towards Fort Lauderdale. And then, if I'm not mistaken, yeah, the blue helmet. That looked to me like it could have... Was it Emilia Massi? Emilia Massi. So well done, Emilia. In the right place at the right time. She's the only player with a dark blue helmet. And we've got her down as wearing a dark blue helmet. So, super pickup here for GJ Racing and Emilia Massi.
Putting it the... set up with the winners always sitting, so that's why we had Meyer Ranch sit in a round robin setup. If you're just wondering about that, very strong, man. They scored a lot of goals, 7 goals in 2 chuckers. That's good polo. Any way you put it, yeah, and that is fabulous polo. I love to see the young ladies right here going together. Look at nice ride off there, great play there as Amelia pushes a player over. Look like Sailor. And, oh, look at that. Perfectly used. Players clearing out. When the umpire says clear, use it. Open play. Looking for GJ Racing. And Cruz right in front. Backed out of there. Good turnaround. And look at that. Another nice, clean little turn. Love the gray pony. That is a perfect meet by Schwartz. Joseph keeping it clean. Making a tight play on the inside, and we might get a coast-to-coast run here.
Yeah, it would be nice. Very good play there by the defence, especially this young man on the ball again. Joseph Schwartz, here he comes. You just called it, Dale, a coast-to-coast. Can he get another piece of it? It's stolen on the halfway line here by the number 4 by Cruz Bilbao. Schwartz working very hard, sticking with his man. His line, he knows it. The call is coming from the number 3 from Greg Shepard. What a hit here by Schwartz. And as you would say, that ball's got more than eyes. It's got legs as well. It's carrying it. There's maybe no more than a yard left. And the finishing touch by the number 2, Craig Shepherd. How unlucky, but what a phenomenal pass there by Joseph Schwartz.
Now showing you the distance and the power of the game. Here, Schwartz with a nice little pirouette turn on the boards, released it perfectly, but then awesome defense by GJ Racing as they melee around the middle here. It's going to go back to Schwartz. A lot of defense going on right now.
A lot of defense and a lot of hard work putting into this play as well, because they are down by 2 at the moment. Remember, they'd only scored 1 goal in the first 2 chukkers. So not quite going to plan, as things working very well here for GJ Racing. Again, on the move. The horn is coming. There it is, 30 seconds. Nice little bit of a trick shot there in controlling the ball. The backhand told to leave it by the number 2, Sailor Schwaber. Again, a powerful open backhand by Mr. Schwartz, looking for PJ DeAngelis. Behind him is Greg Shepherd. Time of the seconds are clicking down on the halfway line. Max Scott Barnes, what can he do? Schwartz will try and clear it. Nicely done under the net, but nobody home at the front door. It will be the horn that will bring us to the end of this first chukker, i.e. the third for Tackeria, the first for GJ Racing, and they leave with a 2-goal advantage.
So they'll switch them up once again. We'll take a little bit of a break. And as we said, we are live here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm on the Aspen Field. If you do come into the Santa Rita Polo Farm, remember it is a private facility, but open to the public when we do have special events going on, especially when we're playing all of our 6 to 26 goals, as you can watch all that on CTV Sports, as we do cover everything, and our Women's League, which is also Wednesday. If you're looking to play polo with its ladies, we do have the Women's League, and that's done very, very well. And we have some other additional tournaments going on. This is the Avendano Memorial Tackeria, the PD Cup, and we're going to go on March 3rd, though. We'll carry on with the Major Collins Memorial, and on March 24th, we have the Buzz Welker and Sunset Polo Cup. April 19th, very true to a lot of our hearts here, especially our manager, Cale Newman, the Jimmer Newman Memorial, very good friend of all of ours, and a big love to the Newman family. And the Cesar Opener Johnson Cup with the Blanco Texas Cup, they were postponed. We had some rain going on, so they do mix them up through the season. They give a lot of opportunity for the young players to play. The Polo Training Foundation is a 501c3 organization, relies on tax-deductible donations and financial support, so please get behind the support. PTF has an annual budget of $600,000, for which $400,000 is funded yearly by tax-deductible donations, so thank you for getting behind such a great organization. And for more information, you can go to www.polotraining.org. I'll say that again for you, www.polotraining.org. And you get all this information on gcpolo.com. You go to all of our websites, all of our platforms that'll keep you lined out. And for those interested in participating, well, I just saw Jennifer go walking by here. There she is. Hey, Jennifer. Nice to see you. Come out here. Come on. We always want to play. She never wants to go care. We always try to get Jennifer out here. She does so much. But some of the up-and-coming, if you want to get involved in some of the up-and-coming events here at there's a Florida Junior Polo registration and form available on the website, and you can contact Jennifer McLeavy at J McLeavy and at polotraining.org. So J McLeavy at polotraining.org. And again, you get all those websites on our website. And remember, don't forget to check out the Grand Champions Polo Club, covering everything from 6, 8, 12, 20 goal, 26 goal. Now we can say 32 goal. Fantastic game yesterday to start off the World Polo League. We have the Polo School Women's Weekly. Again, that is a lot of fun. And you can always watch that on the internet also. and the ladies have they've been very enthusiastic about that. And we get a lot of beginners, and then we get a lot of the pro players. We have Hope Ariano out here, 10 goals. We've had a lot of the top players. Nina Carker come in from the UK. We have the WCT finals, several the training foundations, and don't forget about the World Polo League Pride. And we are starting to get the Sunset Chuckers and Cocktails underway, which has been a big hit. And that all flows off of the Grand Champions Polo Club and the Tackeria Polo Farm. And remember, if you want to learn how to play the game of polo, the Polo School is in session. And our director, Juan Bellini, you can go to our websites and you'll find our manager there, Cale Newman. They'll set you up with any type of polo lesson that you're looking for. Don't be afraid. If you don't ride, we'll teach you to ride. And if you do play, we actually do work with professional players also to try to take them to another level, knowing that the handicap system running from -1 to 0, which is an A-rated player, and you work your way 1 through 10. We have been beautiful. Hey, we love you, Esteban. Such a good energy there. He's getting ready to go. But you can learn to play there, and they'll get you all set up, and they'll also tell you about Polo on Demand. So ask them about Polo on Demand. They'll explain everything. Let's get back to Jan Erik Frank.
Thank you, Taylor. So, chucker number 2, and I'm sure in that last break, Tackeria with Sailor Schwaber, Greg Shepard, PJ DeAngelis, Joseph Schwartz will have had plenty to talk about to try and get back on track here, because very similar to how Maya Ranch, who came up for the first 2 chuckers, beat them 7-1 at the moment. It is 2-0 for GJ Racing. Quick reminder of who is out there for in the orange playing GJ Racing team. That is Amelia Massey at number 1. At number 2, Max Scott Barnes. He's wearing the white helmet. Harrison Reicher with the orange helmet at number 3. And Cruz Bilbao with the grey helmet playing the number 4 position. And let's see if Tackeria can get out and come out with a good start here in the 4th and final chucker for them. The second chucker, of course, for GJ Racing, who will stay. And then we'll have Maya Ranch coming back out to take on the team in green, and that, or in orange, I should say. And that will be a very interesting pairing. Both very, very strong teams to see who can win the Tackeria President's Cup. Back to the action then, and Joseph Schwartz along the boards. Another powerful hit, very nicely struck as it goes over the halfway line. He was looking for Shepard. Greg Shepard had no choice but to pick it up on the near side, and a very good pick up there by Sailor Schwaber. Schwaber trying to work it a bit closer towards that goal mouth. A little touch there from DeAngelis on the near side. Schwartz already established on that line, on that right of way, hence why we have that whistle. Good call from our mounted official, as you said, Del, one of the world's best, Esteban Ferrari.
Hello, Safari. He was laughing. I said, yeah, I did introduce you as Safari today, but he's always been there. Yeah, top player, actually top international umpires. Yeah. And it's great to talk about it. We bring in umpires, the tournament committee here at the Grand Champions Polo Club. Umpires from Argentina, the UK, and the US. And it's a great way to bring all the different international ideas also to the sport. Because with the ability of the tournament committee involved in our high goal polo and the World Polo League being the headliner, have the opportunity to actually try different procedures and ones that work and ones don't work, and try to make the game go to a higher level. So it looks like it'll be Joseph Schwartz.
And he's just converted a penalty to a very important goal here. I'm sure will motivate the team. So well done, Joseph, picking up his first his first goal of this game. So from the penalty 2 spot. So well done, Joseph. So that makes it 2-1, and there is still plenty of time left here in this 4th chucker for Tackeria. Remember, they're in blue. Didn't score in the first. It was 2-0 for Orange. And now a very important goal here in at the top of chucker number 2 for Tackeria. And if they can win the throw-in now, Dale, they could possibly put the pressure on and give GJ Racing a good run for their money.
Yeah, that's what they want to do, because you got then Meyer Ranch come in with one win. So if GJ Racing can get a win here, we'll have a true final at the end. Look at this. Joseph says, no, I'm slow. I'm not going to let it happen. As Joseph Schwartz coming alive here. And remember, again, that they're playing the 6-chucker round robin, so you have to do it even quicker than in a regular round robin where we have 3 chuckers to play. Yeah, and now you really got to come out firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, you certainly do. This is, there's no time. There's no rest at any time. You've got to be at the top of your game, highly concentrated. And again, that team spirit thing, that team working together is so important. And very often it's always the case that you have, one player who just stands out a little bit, who, without even asking for it, is ended up with the responsibility of motivating and carrying that team and just staying focused on the job at hand. And Joseph seems to have sort of slipped into that role here quite nicely, pulling the team with him. But as we always say, you're always as strong as the weakest link in that team. So let's see if they can actually make it and pick up that very important equalising goal. Back on the move. They're keeping GJ Racing at bay. So far, it's all taking place in their half. But they need the finish. They need to try and somehow not only get the ball back, as the man with the number 4, Cruz Bilbao, is trying to look for a little way out of that cluster of players. A nice long ball for the first time now in quite a while. The ball gets over the halfway line, and there he is again, Harrison Reicher, on a very fast pony. And look at this, Joseph Schwartz coming back, working very hard, playing the role of the defender now. So I have to say, hats off to also his riding abilities and the effort he puts in.
Yeah, they ride all the time, and that is a huge point also, Jan, their riding ability. As you can see, every horse that they're riding, they get so much done on the ponies. And then the reaction times, like right here, even a little backshot, bounce off pony, a quick turn on a quick line change. It's the hardest play in polo. And everybody lines out again. And these teams are thrown together for the game. So they're not playing all month with each other. It can be a little difficult at times to get that flow going, but they just seem to do it. Cohesiveness is very, very high. And the defense is very clean based on the number of fouls that have not been called. Back and forth inside, that ball's going to roll just out of bounds for a knock-in.
So time now, of course, of the essence here in this last chukker. The 4th for Tackeria, the 2nd for GJ Racing. They will, of course, after a short break, be taking on Meyer Ranch. And as I said, they did a very good job coming in 7-1. They took care of business against Tackeria Blue. And they need to try, and we've just been told 2 minutes are left. Thank you, 2 minutes. And maybe over on the far side, we might just see another run here. This looks like a chance possibly there for the number 2, Sailor Schwaber, to run away with it. Stolen and taken back and turned nicely by Harrison Reicher. Oh, cheeky and effective steal by Schwartz. Nicely done. And that, I think, is where that fast horse, slow mind came into play. He done the most important bit, which is get the ball back. But the precision of the passes, and of course, there we saw that being displayed yesterday at the World Polo League. But here we go. That is a nearly perfect pass, and the finishing touch to keep it in play. Yeah, the ball is still alive. I thought it might have just gone over the back line, and a chance here if they can run away with it. GJ Racing, Max Scott Barnes, tucking him up very nicely. Harrison Reich has to go back. Schwartz with a shot on goal, and it just goes wide.
Keeping the pressure on down in the north goal. Keep an eye on the backdrops here as you see all of the amazing stables here at Santa Rita Polo Farm. Down in the far north end on our scoreboard side. They are the roofs with the orange colored roofs. There are a lot of different barns in this area of beautiful Wellington, Florida. The Santa Rita Polo Farm being a 102-acre facility. And here we go. Here's your final 30 seconds.
And there's the horn. Now then, can this man with the number 3 Harrison Reisha seal the deal. A nice drive here now by Emilia Massi to try and put it through the uprights left behind for Cruz Bilbao. And in comes Max Scott Barnes. Can he take it around the outside? Opens his shoulders, takes a shot. Very unlucky there for Max Scott Barnes.
No, that'll end the chukker. And we have a lot of fans that are actually, you know, we kind of giggle about it. I was actually talking to Dolph Cambiaso, one of the top players in the world. And a lot of our broadcasts that we have, you get a lot of spectators watching when you have the big pros playing. But the young players, ladies and gentlemen, actually get the most viewership. So that is just shows you how much fun, how people want to kind of tune in and check. We're going to get a true final here, aren't we, Jan? I believe didn't GJ Racing come out ahead, go ahead there?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. So we're getting a true final here in our final two chukkers. And that'll be, we go if Esteban comes over. Esteban, what do you think about the polo today? How do you like the polo with all the young kids?
Hello, how are you, my friend?
Yeah,
It's really,
Okay, go
it's
ahead.
really open, really clear. I like it.
Yeah.
All the players play back, nothing turn around. It's incredible. Beautiful players. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, I appreciate that. That's fine. Because you do all the high goal polo, and for you to be able to be out here with such younger players, and to see that, it's like it's a very similar style of polo, and so thank you, Esteban, of course, and you'll see a lot of Esteban this season on the field. He was out there for the 32 goals. He had 32 goals, 64 goals on the field at one time, Esteban. Very, very cool. Grand Champions Polo Club, largest polo club in the nation. Very busy. Santa Rita Polo Farm, largest, most unique private 102 polo facility, Wellington, Florida. Over 112 stalls, 9 self-contained amazing stables. The 2 polo field we have well, there's they have the amazing track, which is very, very important based on the amount of time that these polo ponies and trainers spend on the track and working these horses to prepare them for a 7-minute chukker. 7.5 minutes, between 6 to 7 minutes, based on the tournament committee's liking for a tournament. And those are very special times, so you need to have the room and space to do it, and that's why the Santa Rita Polo Farm is 102 acres. Each polo field is about 10 acres, 300 yards long by 160 yards wide from boards to boards. So, and the goalposts, 24 feet apart, 8 yards. Object of the game to put the ball between the posts. Cannot go over the post, must go between. We have our goal judges down there. They'll wave the flag high. The high flag when the goal is good. They'll wave it low when it goes wide, which they have a knock in. Players will knock the ball in from wherever that ball does roll over the end line. And you choose the different tournaments you have. And sometimes you have a straight 4 chukker game, which we're doing in our 6th goal. When you get up to the 8-10, 8-12, and 10 goal and up, 12, 14, 16, 20. Play 6 chukkers. We played 7 yesterday in the 32 goal, which I thought was pretty cool. The also at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, we have beautiful climate controlled tack rooms, vet rooms, staff quarters, guest house, 4 polo fields, and we have the Santa Rita field, the Penn field. We're on the Aspen field this morning, and then we have the Buenos Aires field. Those where we play most of our competitive matches, as the Penn and the Santa Rita are used for workout, for stick and ball, and for some of our junior polo. All of the fields have state-of-the-art underground irrigation. And, of course, a short work area, which is so important to get the horses ready. And the club has over 10 manicured world-class polo fields for GCPC Grand Champions and the Santa Rita to play all of those tournaments. And it looks like we got our two teams back out for our final two chuckers. Who will take home the cup this year? Jan, Eric, Frank.
Well, Dale, if I knew that, I'd be a very, very rich man because I'd know something which most don't. But this is going to be an interesting one. Just a reminder, again, who is playing for Maya Ranch. They are in the green shirts. Valentina Villamil, she's at number 1 wearing a pink helmet. At number 2, we have Sasha Musse playing in a blue helmet at number 3. Milo MacDonough, remember him in that first of the 4 chuckers. And an amazing under the next shot coming here from Benjamin Obregon. He's the man with the number 4 and the red helmet, trying to hit the target there with a very, very solid and well hit under the next shot, just going slightly wide. So the orange will have a knock-in coming. At the moment it is 0-0, but as you said, Del, this looks like a true final here because they've both taken care of business with Tackeria Blue. 7-1 was Maya Ranch's result, and GJ Racing 2-1. So this is really a final.
Yeah, and I think that the first two chuckers, the Maya Ranch team, they came out very organized, kind of caught the Tackeria Blue early because you saw a big difference as they showed cohesiveness, some great polo in the second game. But it's always fun when you get the two top teams to kind of come out for a final, as we could say, based on the scoring. And also remember now, you've had the Maya Ranch team. They had the opportunity to sit back and be coached, and I'm sure there's a few 10-goalers down there doing some coaching. That's always a lot of fun with the Avendanos in our PTF games, as you get the mothers and the fathers out here watching their children play and coaching.
Oh, one of those gentlemen he was just talking about is I saw earlier on. Yes, you're absolutely right. We've got a lot of polo royalty here. Mr. MacDonough Sr. is here, for example.
Don't forget about the grandfathers.
Yeah, and the grandfathers as well. They're all here.
Grandma.
And grandmothers, of course. So this is what it's, as you said, Dale, it's a Monday fun day, a chance for the families to come out and see how their offsprings are doing. Oh, look at this, another cracking under the next shot here by Benjamin Obregon, all the way through to Milo MacDonough. He will try and extend it and put it through. Didn't quite get a clean shot on that. We'll try and take the ball around the outside of all that traffic. Left behind for Obregon. A little bit of a stick fight going on there with about, 45 yards out from the goal mouth, and it's picked up by I thought it was picked up by GJ Racing. It'll be Harrison Reicher to see if he can try and untangle himself from that knockdown in his own half, and away they go. Nicely done along the boards. Here we go then, on the near side possibly. Here it comes from young Scott. Max Scott Barnes. Ball went out of play, so we will have a change of possession. And again, incredible pace here. And if you look at the number 3 here in Greendale, I mean, Milo MacDonough, you can see he's a MacDonough.
Yeah, and it's great to see his development since he's played his first game in the World Polo League, as he was a year younger, and that's very cool. Also, yeah, and when you see them come back, how the development in the kids, how they've gotten bigger, stronger, and that helps with their game.
Absolutely does. So once again, they're trying to knock on the door here of GJ Racing, and this time the umpire's going to put an early stop to any kind of a huddle being formed there. So we have, I think, the second, if that, whistle of the match.
Yeah, a few melee plays here. The first 2 are right-of-way violations. We're going to have another right-of-way violation, but this is going to be a blocking foul, as we had a group of about 5 or 6 of the 8 players came together. And remember, when that line is changing, that quick line change, people ask about that. How far does the ball really need to move? And the answer to that question is just far enough that the umpire sees the ball move. So it could be a couple of inches, as long as the ball does move in another direction. That's where those melee plays were, and you get 5 or 6, 400 to 600 pound animals riding around each other. And the player's trying to steal the ball. Big hit here on the penalty 5A from the spot. Nice back shot here from Milo. Around the corner they come. Trying to get picked up there by Benjamin. They'll leave it, and it's going to be Valentina. Valentina doing a good job keeping it moving, and now she's going to find Sasha. Lucy gets it down the field. It's Green Myers Ranch working well together again, following each other down the field. But this is where the GJ Racing team did well against Tackeria, working it down. But good D again by Benjamin. As I said, Benjamin has been playing in some of the more competitive leagues at the Grand Champions Polo Club. And you can see right there that little style. He takes that ball in, cuts it back to the right, quick line change, catches a player on the right-of-way violation. Reaching will be the call. And with 2:06 left on the clock here in our first chukker of our final leg, which will be our fifth chukker, it looks like we're going to get a penalty 4. So 60-yard shot, defended goal. All players will be 30 yards from the ball. They may defend this play. If you are new to the game of pole, the next line would be the 40, which is an open goal penalty, and the 30, like a free throw in basketball. And it looks like it's going to be Milo MacDonough to do the honors.
And I wouldn't be surprised, Dale, if he puts this one through, taking a very calm and a very nice run up to that ball. Here we go then. Milo MacDonough, can he get it over the heads of all the 4 orange defenders? Well, it's bouncing and somehow it finds its way through. Cracking goal there. It came off Sasha Musi. So well done, Sasha, for being in the right place at the right time. And what a cracking goal.
Yeah, I got to tell you, Jan, that just shows you the great eye-hand coordination between all of the players, because it looked like, I want to say Harrison or Cruz. Someone got a piece of that on DJ Racing. Bounced off of players, so with a minute 30 back in the center, and then you get the finish by Sasha.
Ball's back in play now. Then let's see if they can with the number 4, Cruz Bilbao. Long ball out to the left-hand side, playing it into the open space. Clever option. Nobody really there. He's going to get another touch, and you can see now moving towards that goal mouth is Max Scott Barnes, waiting for that ball to come through. A little pick up and a steal by Milo MacDonough. He will turn things around again very quickly. Surrounded there by orange shirts. He's got 1 minute left to play here in as you said, the fifth chukker. Just that one goal at the moment. The deflection coming off that penalty for Sasha Musi, the only man on the score sheet here. Nice little cut shot attempt that she tries to take around the corner. Valentina Villamil. She's going to get another chance here, Dale. Valentina left behind. A good pick up here by Sasha Musi once again. And you don't want to give him the ball. The man with the red helmet, Benjamin Obregon, working it very hard. We'll leave this one behind. Musi, we've had the first horn. They're getting closer and closer, and possibly now Milo MacDonough. What will he do? A backhand? No, he's going to try and turn his pony. Well done, Milo. They need to allow a little bit of space for him to make the play. He's got Valentina right behind him. There's the drive. And very well defended here as Amelia Massey will try and clear it, and that will bring us to the end of the chukker. So, just the one goal, Dale, all to play for when we come back for the 6th and final chukker.
So sure, the concentration. The horn's going, everybody blowing, they're still going to goal. They're never going to finish this one off, but they should. And that's what they learn in the polo school. Once again, we have a number of our coaches out here for the polo school. Polo school has a development program and is now located at the former Pony Express facility. Now is the polo school. Operates Wellington, January through May and September through November. Standalone USPA sanctioned polo club. the Polo School, dedicated to teaching polo to all ages. And that's one thing when we talk to a lot of people about it, because I talk to a lot of parents, and they want to bring their kids, but they don't realize that everybody can get involved. And we do have a number of instructors, all CHA certified. Very, very important. Safety is such a huge part, not just for the four-legged athletes, the beautiful ponies that are out there, but all the players, people riding the horses. So to be able to learn to ride first, we will put you through a number of different teaching setups, and then you go. But you always touch it, hit a ball. And we have the ability at the Polo School, because of the beach polo to snow polo, and you need to check out those events, as we have the beach polo now in November, which goes right into Aspen in December for the Snow Polo Championships. Then they go to Kitzbühel, Austria, and then down summer it's for the finals in Switzerland, and those are all snow. So if you want to get involved in those, actually play in them, or just go to the events, they are a lot of fun. The Polo School, it has and it works with particularly the grassroots. It is focused on that, but I'm seeing a lot of just, people want to change into something new. And that's one thing that I've been just blown away with the whole time, being a part of it, having an opportunity to work with the Polo School. I work with the group also, and did have an opportunity to go through the CHA certification, which I found amazing to learn so many safety regulations that really do help. And so you can get a lot out of that. We play with, of course, the men and women. They rank. It's been ranked since the inception of it. And remember, when you're there, if you do get involved and you want to carry it on, the Polo on Demand program, I talked about that a little bit earlier. It is the most unique program in the world. I just, ever since it was put together, I've just been fascinated. And then I had a lot of time to work with our manager, Cale Newman, because we have a lot of people talking to us about the Polo on Demand program, and what it is catered with, of course, the men and women of the at all levels for the Polo on Demand. An expert staff will customize a complete playing experience, including horses, pros, certified umpires. It looks like we got all of our players back out here for our final chukker. We'll talk more about the Polo on Demand program as we go along, because it is a program that you want to get involved with. Jan Erik Frank.
Thank you very much, Dale. Yes, well, that Polo on Demand program, I wish that was around when I was learning how to play. Here we go then, and this is the very important sixth and final chukker. A little touch there by the man in the red helmet and the green shirt. You know who that is, Benjamin Obregon. And an attempt here to try and hook him by Milo MacDonough. He's still on the boards, working very hard, trying to retrieve possession of the ball. He's done so, turns it. Now the player needs to clear. Reicher needs to make a little space to allow him to make the play. Good touch here once again by Cruz Bilbao. Sends it back down the other way, and away we go with Amelia Massey. Nicely done, Amelia. Can't you take it all the way? Unlucky there, but again, great reading of the play and where she needed to be, and that's just going to go out wide, so still no score. Sorry? So, knocking coming out to the right, or to the left-hand side, if you were on the horse, of course. A good touch, well played here by Milo MacDonough. Going to try and work it. Nice touch on the halfway line. The turnaround by Cruz Bilbao has a bit of traffic in the form of Benjamin Obregon, and the tenacity of this young player and the work ethic from all the players is absolutely top draw. And away we go with you-know-who. Mr. Benjamin Obregon. Obregon again. He gets a lot deeper. The near side forehand coming there from Milo MacDonough. And it's stolen back by Harrison Reicher. Good open polo here. Now then, are we going to see a coast-to-coast? and making her way up through the middle. Look at that fast pony she's on, Amelia Massey. A little bit too short for her to pick up on. Once again, Obregon, he's there, he's everywhere. Plays up in the front, the attacking role, and when need be, comes back and does everything he can to keep the back door firmly shut here to not allow anybody through. Look at that. Nearly runs away with it. Good steal again by Harrison Reicher. Ball ends up at the feet on the near side there by Milo MacDonough. Obregon has to leave it behind for his number 2, for Sasha Musi. And away we go. Milo on the near side. Look at the control from the near side to the onside. Milo MacDonough, he's got the support he needed. A little cut shot, it goes through. Oh, what a cracking goal by Sasha Musi.
Wow. That's all I got to say on that. What a player as it comes out. It actually started with Sasha finding Milo on the move, and then that little near side tap out of the air. It was on his off side, the right side, flipped to his near side. He turned his mallet around, so he was hitting it with the front of his hand, not the back of his hand. We're going to get a courtesy change here. And just finessed it. Actually, the power of the pony. He just put his mallet up and almost rode into the ball, didn't swing at it. And I'm sure that comes a lot from his father and sticking balling a lot with his grandfather and his father, just getting out there, and his uncles. And that just shows you, and it went back to his near side, with great D there by the TJ Racing team. And then you get the finish by Sasha. But I was looking through here, Jan, and noticing that Valentina actually has stepped up and played in some of our other leagues. And Amelia Cruz, Bilbao also. And Benjamin has been playing with his uncle this year, with Augustine. And Augustine was our coach, actually coached the women's U.S. Open team, Grand Champions Polo Cup, GCPC last year. And you can see where he gets his help from his not just father, but uncles and grandfathers that are all into the game. And as I said, always great having the moms out here, always participating, bringing the kids and showing. Here we go. We got everyone back on quickly. Very quick courtesy change.
So, chance here now to try and rectify the situation for the Orange team, because they are down by 2 goals, and it could be that goal number 3 is in the process of being made here by Benjamin Obregon. Obregon on a very fast pony. A big swing, but luckily he's got Sasha Musi right behind him. Good pick up here. Sasha, the only one to have scored. Can he make it 3 in a row? Just puts it wide. And if you think about it, in that first leg of their round robin, it was very much Benjamin Obregon who picked up 2 goals in the first one. In the second, so did Milo MacDonough. But a goal from Sasha Musi, making it, that third goal in that second chuck. And he's the only man so far to have scored here in this last leg, drawing even with Benjamin and Milo MacDonough overall, all of them having scored 3 goals in this round robin. So, GJ Racing, time is now, of course, of the essence. It's running away. They need a quick goal, need to get back to the halfway line and win the throw-in, and then possibly run it and get the equaliser. Obregon tried to clear it. Everybody overrunning that ball. And they're still very close, maybe 10, 15 yards out from that goal mouth. Need to allow the space to make the play. Harrison Reicher hammers a shot straight across the field. The ball is still in play. But this, of course, is costing a lot of valuable time here in the 6th and final chukker of the Tackeria President's Cup 2025. 1 minute, I hear, is left to be played. 1:30, beg your pardon, a minute and a half remains. So that would be, 45 seconds on average per goal if they can pick up a goal. But I'm pretty sure that Maya Ranch will do everything in their power to stop that from happening. An appeal. The backhand shot is called. It's heard. And Harrison, yeah, not getting on that line quick enough. It was Valentina Villamil who got there first. Little backhand shot. Stolen and picked up by Harrison Reicher, but I believe we have a whistle. We have a whistle, Dale. Now, this could be interesting depending on what the umpires decide.
Yeah, they come along there. And going into the wind, but it is going to go against the GJ Race team, so we're going to have a penalty 5A from the spot. Now, with the wind at their back, this could be another opportunity here to kind of seal the deal.
Well, the ball's been taken in and hit to play. And look, here he goes. Yep, he wants to seal it. Looks over his shoulder. Obregon, again, looking over his shoulder. Checks up, has the time. He knows he's got the space. Obregon, this is high goal polo at the PTF, and he just puts it wide. Oh, it's still in the still on the field, but it did not finish with a straight ball. And now the same again the other way, going up the north end of the field. Remember, this field running north to south. Opens his shoulders. Nice little hook there coming in from the number 2 from Sasha Musi. Picked up again by you-know-who, Benjamin Obregon. Cleverly done. Harrison Reicher avoiding that backhand shot. Now then, Milo MacDonough. Can he finish it? And make it 3-0 at the moment. It is 2-0. We're in the 6th and final chuck-up. Finding a little gap in front of goal. Where's the ball? It's left for the number 1 for Valentina Villamil. Everybody taking a shot now at it. And I can tell you that Sasha Musi got that final touch and makes, his 4th goal. So he's the highest goal scorer of this entire round robin. So well done, Maya Ranch. Congratulations to Valentina Villamil, Benjamin Obregon, Sasha Musi, and Milo MacDonough.
What a great way to start out the day here, Jan. So we're going to go ahead and get the players changed up here a little bit. And this is a good time if you're watching the show today to get yourself a little break, take a little break, get yourself a snack because we'll be back. But just want to end this game here by going back a little bit because we talked about the PTF being created in 1967 by Palm Beach Polo and Country Club founder, former 7-goal player, amateur Bill Soccer. So you don't hear that sentence a lot with the 7 goals and being a amateur. But I had the opportunity to work for Mr. Soccer and play with Bill back in the day. And it was set up back then, of course, to teach polo youth, promoting youth clinics, interscholastic and intercollegiate competition. And Danny Shiraga, who was down here, that's where I had first met Danny when I was 14 years old, playing at Culver Military Academy, competing in the interscholastic. And we used to play against the intercollegiate Cornell team, and that was a lot of fun. Danny, you want to come out here for a minute? Come on out, Danny. Guys in the studio, we're going to bring Danny Schrag out, let Danny kind of talk about this. Is something, well, I think it's in you. That's all I want to say. So nice to see you today, Danny. It's always a pleasure, sir. I'm going to give the mic.
Beautiful bald man.
Yeah, he always calls you a beautiful bald man. You've known me when I had long hair.
Yeah.
When Culver, I had to keep it short. But Danny, just talk about the beginning and end, your journey with all this.
That's a long journey. Yeah. I grew up riding at the Cornell Polo Barn, and then when I was a sophomore in college, I went away to school my freshman year. I tried out for the polo team after not having been on a horse in 3 years. I quit riding because there was no opportunity to play polo, and graduated from Cornell, and then 2 years later became the coach of the Cornell team, and was there for 10 years, and then spent a year down here as assistant to Herbie Panelo at Palm Beach Polo. And then I became the director of intercollegiate polo and did that until 1996. And also in the summers, I for the first few summers, I managed polo clubs, including Village Farms that used to belong to the Boswick family. Oh. And then I started teaching umpire and player clinics in the summertime when the II season was over. And then in 1996, the PTF had gotten big enough they needed to hire an executive director, and I got that job, and I was there until 2021 when I retired. So that's my story in a nutshell.
What a journey it's been, Danny. I want to thank you for everything you've done. Of course, me being able to be a part of it, it was a huge part of everything I did. I always say you're one of the men that was in my life that would not have given me the opportunity to do what I did in polo. When I was at Culver, you took me under your wing. When I came to Cornell, you brought Cornell to Culver to play against us many times, which prepared us, made us better players. And then again, it brings all that camaraderie and just said, talk a little bit about that, how it does bring all these, just different age groups, because you work with the kids to college graduates.
Yeah, there's no question about that, Dale, and about you playing Culver and you saying our game's helping you guys improve. Well, you guys were pretty good polo players, and you helped our kids improve a lot playing them.
Good team.
And we always say polo's a big family. You get to know these kids, and that's what I always said the highlight was for the II polo, the intercollegiate interscholastic polo. The people you meet are the ones who are the friends of the rest of your life. Yeah. Case in point right here, I mean, we've known each since you were 14, and you're not that far behind me in age, I don't think. So
it's been a long time.
Yeah, it's been a while. So anyways, it definitely is. And my best friends in polo, Tom Goodspeed, who got to be 9 goals indoors, and he was here at the museum event Friday night. And we joke about it all the time when he was coaching at University of Connecticut and I was at Cornell, and we had a party at the house one night after the game, and next thing we looked at our watches, it was 5 o'clock in the morning. We'd been talking all night, and we went out to the local diner and had breakfast. So just cool. Some great old stories. Anyways, thanks for having me up here.
You're being a tear of mine, man. I love you. No, always thank you for being here, Danny. Danny's right. Thanks again, Danny. Let's get back to what you're doing. You've been running around, kind of talking with everybody. Big point in case Danny says that it is a family. It brings people together. I think Churchill said it's the passport to the world. And so that makes it definitely falls right into place. Looks like we've got some of our players getting ready out here. Let's get back to the Polo On Demand program. And we do talk about this a lot on our CTV Sports broadcast, but being such a unique program, because the Polo On Demand program covers everything from the beginning, a true beginner rider, and that's why you can put together what you want. Well, it's just as it says, Polo On Demand. So demand it, and they will sit with you and organize what works for you, because we do have a lot of players that play polo from around the world that are playing that are 1, 2, or 3 goals, and they want to play in the World Polo League. And then the Polo On Demand program has the ability and the facilities and the horsepower to be able to mount a player in that type of polo at any level. If you want to come and just take a stick and ball lesson, that's fine, or learn to ride. But if you want to come in with a full team and play in the highest level of polo in the United States outside of Argentina, there's nowhere in the world you can do that. And that's why it's such a fascinating program. And everybody who has been involved in it, I'm actually just representing what they have said to me, what I've heard them talk about. It's just been great applause, and I want to applaud everyone involved behind it, because it does take a lot to get that done. And so the Polo On Demand program is something you definitely need to check into if you don't know much about it. They will explain everything. Once again, I'll just remind you can go to gcpolo.com. You'll see Cale Newman's phone number on there, our polo manager. He will direct you in all of the right ways to get with the right people to set up your Polo On Demand experience. So please check that out. We're going to go to a little break here, and it looks like we got another umpires back, but it's a perfect time to get a snack, because we'll be right back. I'm Dale Schwetz with Jan and Eric Frank here with CTV Sports, and we are getting ready for our second game of the day. All right, so it looks like we got Tracy, our scorekeeper, and actually manages the field as there's a lot of moving parts around a polo field. And so they'll go ahead and just get Esteban lined out with his new team. We will have Esteban Ferrari again, one of our top umpires, back out on the field for our second game. We get a different group here. They do match them up very well based on their abilities. Again, my favorite is the lead line class, not just because that was the first one I ever. Can come over here real quick. We got a quick little setup here. You want to go through the players real quick? Jan, Eric, Frank.
I'd be delighted to. Thank you very much, Dale. We've got the team Husk. They're in white. And we've got, and they're all so charming, these children. They really are so sweet. Isabella Pettinato. She's wearing a dark blue or a blue and black helmet. Easy to follow. Then we've got a very nice young man by the name of Felipe Teves. He's playing the number 2. He's also wearing a black helmet. At number 3, we've got Pedro Lisioli. He's wearing a white helmet. And then Marcos Lisioli, also in a white helmet, just to make life a little bit difficult for us. Exactly. Casablanca in orange. Now, Dale, get ready. We've got 2 number 1s here. Okay. We've got Francisca Obregon in a grey-green helmet, and Milo Vilce, also with the number 1 in a blue helmet. And then we've got Antonio Dorignac in a light grey, and Francisco Ontiveros in a black helmet playing the number 3.
Cool. All right, so we'll get to our spots, and this is going to be a 2-chucker match. I don't think we have a round robin in this, right? This is a 2-chucker match. So straight 2 chuckers. Pick your team. Get behind them. Once again, send in any comments that you like, and if you have any questions about everything, of course, you can go to ctvsport.tv. Follow all of our games through the season on YouTube channels, or you go make sure you download the app for the Grand Champions Polo Club, GCPC. You get all the information from there, and you can check out the Aspen Valley Polo Club, which is aspenvalleypoloclub.com. If you look for a place to play polo in the summer, July into September, based on the scheduling, and you get a ton of information there. What a fantastic place to play in the summer. Looks like we're getting our final words from our mounted official, Esteban. And, take it away.
Thank you very much. So away we go. Very much looking forward to seeing this. This, of course, the Avendano Memorial. And away we go. Ball is in play. And it looks like Husk. Remember, Husk, the team in the white shirts, with the 2 brothers, Marcos and Pedro Lisioli, both with a white helmet. So do please bear with us if we get the names of the players slightly muddled up. Isabella Pettinato in the dark blue and black. And then, of course, Felipe Teves playing the number 2. And away they go over to the far corner. Casablanca. Can they keep that ball in play? And what I like about these youngsters, Dale, a lot of talking to each other. They like to communicate, tell each other exactly where to be and what to do. And again, this is all part of building character when it comes to working together as a team. And it looked like, yeah, we've got, I was going to say, 1 or 2 too many balls are out on the field. So we're going to have a knock-in for Husk. It's all still taking place over in the far corner. Not quite yet the flow that we were hoping for, but I'm sure that will ease off as things heat up. Husk, another good touch, and away we go with one of the 2 Lisioli brothers. And that at the front there, who couldn't quite take the ball all the way, was. Yeah, the number 2. So that was, beg your pardon, that was Felipe Teves, I believe, but he's wearing a black helmet, so it must have been the number 3. Pedro Lisioli. A shot to goal here coming from Casablanca. Just shy of that back line. Casablanca once again on the move to try and find a little gap. The shot coming through. And this time it does go over the back line, but unfortunately not between the uprights, the 24 feet apart. So a bit of a slow start to this. And away we go. Husk once again with a knock-in. Casablanca doing everything to keep them at bay. The near side backhand shot. Turned around with by Milo Vilce. Yeah, still on the move, Casablanca. In front of goal, I can hear from back here one of the players saying, hit it, and there is the shot, and that is the first goal of the match. We're just going to have to... It's the blue helmet in orange, and that looks like Milo Vilce. Milo Vilce picking up the first goal.
And there you go. It took a little bit of time, but remember, this is a group with a little bit of a smaller group. Some of our beginner players coming on, so hit the ball a little bit shorter, but still have the same technique, still play the same game. They graduate from class to class. They said we always start out with our elder group of the junior players, and they usually, depending on the amount of players, have the lead line, and the lead line being that the parents or they will have one of the trainers leading the horses around the field, and all they do is hit the ball, and I'm not sure who has more fun, Grant. Actually the person leading the horse or the player that's playing.
Well, I remember last year the parents really got into it, and some of the parents, they know how to foul, you see, and they make their kids, learn lead by the wrong example. But it's that experience for any youngster to be in the saddle, and of course to have the confidence knowing that your mum or your dad is there always helps. And I can only really commend what great work the PTF are doing, because this really is, watching here, we are looking at the new generations to come in the world of polo.
Yeah, yesterday Tommy Collingwood, he was as our surprise guest, professional player playing in the World Polo League this year, playing in the World Polo League, and he actually started playing in the PTF.
Well, there you go. You see, that's clearly a very, very worthwhile investment, and I know, Dale, you've already mentioned it. The PTF would always be very happy to open their arms to any newcomers. We have our second goal of the match, and I believe that number 2 in orange, and that, of course, was Antonio Dorignac. So, Antonio, we have a lot of Dorignacs around here.
We have a lot of Overgone, Dorignacs. The Lisioli group, and that's what's fun to watch. You see the different families, and especially I think Cacho Merlos was out here, and all his grandkids now play. And man, I never seen a smile on a man's face. He was like gliding across the grass. He had so much fun. He was watching the World Polo League, but he was actually here to see all his grandkids play.
So back to the halfway line we go. Then balls in play. 2-0. Milo Vilce and Antonio Dorignac for Casablanca in orange. Both picking up a goal here in the first of our 2 chukkers, which I'm sure will be slowly, but certainly be coming to an end. They will change, and then, of course, we will have our second chukker.
I always find it fantastic also, too, you see the size of the horses. Yeah. And some of the younger players will ride larger horses. But it is so cool to see these smaller horses that are playing under some very, very small riders, short, and they just move around the field. They almost look like ponies, but they're actually horses.
Yeah. And again, of course, that is, when you talk about, putting your children into the deep end, that's exactly where they will, of course, in their muscle memory, get used to riding these bigger horses, know how to handle and manage these good, these bigger horses. And let's not make any mistake, Dale. To hit a ball, that is something which you can practice and you can get good at. But horsemanship and the skills it requires to become a good horseman, that is something which you can only accumulate over time. And the only way to do that is not only spend as many hours as possible in the saddle, but also ride as many horses as you possibly can as well.
Yeah, as much time in the saddle, that's what it's all about. So we will have a chukker here. That'll end our first of 2. And we'll see if they decide to stay on top or if they change these horses out. And it looks like they are going to stay out on these horses. So we might just continue play. They said, remember, we have a couple games going on here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. As I said, it is a private facility during the week. But when we do have events being played, it is open to the public. So please, if you do come during the week, check the scheduling on the game. There are a lot of horses here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm for safety of our patrons that may come in. Please, if you are around the stables, check with one of our managers that are always on scene before entering. We just ask that. And but please be our guests. And remember the Grand Champion Polo Club, which the polo is heating up at all levels. Talk of the town. We always talk about the World Polo League, the 26 goals, which we had our All-Star Challenge final yesterday, which jumped in goals. That will happen with the amount of 10-goal players playing in those leagues, highest-rated players in the world, and, of course, resurrecting and keeping the 26-goal level alive in America. The talk of the town has been the 6 goal, because we have had so many teams enter, 9 teams in the Metropolitan Cup. Now we're right in the middle of the Halo Polo Trophy, where we have 8 teams playing, and it has been very competitive. And there you're getting a mix of, well, former 10-goal players, as we have Dean Traberlos actually playing with his 2 sons on one of the teams, and he's on 7 now. But it looks like we're going to get a penalty shot here at open goal. And look at this. From a penalty 3, 40-yard shot. And it's going to be Milovic. Well done. Nice swing. And 43 yards. That's all you need.
That's all you need. And also the technique again. You can see he's spent a lot of time practicing those. And of course, they're not going to have the strength, but that will come over time. But it's important is that what goes into the muscle memory. And the muscle memory here, very, very good. So, that was going to go into that first chucker. I thought it might have gone. Okay, that ended the first chucker. So we're going to allow the players to have a quick break. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments for our second chucker. Okay then, welcome back everybody. Great to have you with us. Avendano Memorial, the 44th edition. We've got the two teams playing for that trophy. Husk in the white shirts with the two brothers playing at number 3 and number 4. Pedro at number 3 and Marcos Lisioli both with the white helmet on their heads. And then we've got Isabella Pettinato in the black and blue and Felipe Teves in the black helmet making up Team Husk. For Casablanca, we have two number 1s. We've got Francisca Obregon in a sort of grey-green looking helmet. Then we've got Milo Vilce. He picked up 2 goals in that opening chaka. And Antonio Dorignac playing the number 2, also picking up a goal in that opening chaka. So, 3 goals to nil. That's how they left the field at the end of the first period of play. And another nice little touch here from Orange, from Antonio Dorignac, picking up his second goal of the match, making it now 4 goals to nil for Casablanca. Well played indeed, picking up his second goal on in this second chukka as they make their way back to the halfway line. Now, I don't know if Dale mentioned it already to you earlier, but we have also a kind of a double header, if you will. We have another 8-goal, the Halo Trophy 8-goal game coming up this afternoon, which of course you can watch live on CTV Sports. That'll be on your screens at 3 o'clock this afternoon. So very much not only a fun day here with the youngsters, but also back to regular business with the 8-goal, which will be on your screen, as I say, this afternoon. Back to the action we go then, and the man who just scored a few moments ago, a little under the next shot here by Antonio Dorignac. And he's going to send that ball up to the number 1, to Milo Vilce. He's the young man in the blue helmet. But Dorignac, he's got other ideas. He wants to run this one himself. Dorignac, a little bit of a bouncing ball as Francisco Ontiveros tucked in very nicely behind. He's the young man with the black helmet. And obviously the orange shirt. Easy to spot. Again, a little bit of a cluster of players there all together trying to find a little gap to take the ball and run with it. So Casablanca once again very much on the move here. Taking it towards goal. And this could be a nice little finish here. Who's going to be there? Dorignac. He just walks it through. And that is goal number 3 for Antonio Dorignac, picking up a hat-trick here at the Avendano Memorial. Very, very strong young little player here. Antonio Dorignac, as I say, picking up 2 goals now here in chukka number 2. So, back to the halfway line they come. And looking out to my left, a lot of people. Looking out to my right, even more people. That's the pony end line. Great to see so many families having made their way to be with us here from all parts of the country. I know there's a family that come all the way from Sarasota. Had to leave very early this morning to be here on time. Welcome to one and all, and hope you're enjoying the day as much as we are. So back to that halfway line where they're still trying to battle out who's going to get possession of the ball with the number 2 in white. Felipe Teves here trying to have a little go at things, all under the very watchful and patient eye, I have to say, of Esteban Ferrari. Now the whistle, and in unison they all turned, which is very nice to see. They all turned to look at the umpire to see what the decision of that infringement was and why he had to blow the whistle. And it looks like we're going to have a hit from the spot in favour of Husk. And to do the honours will be Marcos Lisioli. Play is called. Turns his pony, and away we go. Marcos Lisioli. Very nice little ball, straight into the traffic jam, looking for Pedro, his brother. But coming in between, once again, Antonio Dorignac doing a very good job here in both offence and defence. And back to Francisco Ontiveros over on the far side. Nicely done. Takes it at his leisure over the halfway line. We could have a breakaway here, Dale, by Francisco Ontiveros. Look at him go. He's still going. Nothing's going to stop him now. He's on a roll. Oh, look at this. This is cracking polo from the youngster Francisco Ontiveros. Will he put it through? Well, if he doesn't, Antonio Dorignac will, and that's his third goal in this chukker. So a hat-trick in a chukker and 4 goals overall.
Wow, what a run, though, here by Francisco. Nice swing, gets out in front, and follow each other down the field. I love how they all come together here, pumping each other up. I just saw Rufino Merlos, Roofy they called him. The Roofinator. Still today, I believe the youngest co-commentator, special guest we've had on CTV Sports when he was a little dude, because he actually played in the PTF. I was just talking to him. He said it was great coming out. He's a lot of friends that play here now. Now he's playing in the high goal. And so that's another big part of this. They see their, co-partners, players, they're all friends. Now they see them playing like that. And Rufino did say to me, he said that he was going to come back and try to be one of our special guests. So that'd be kind of cool to see when he was just a young player, now being a pro player back on as a special guest, CTV Sports.
Yeah, we'll look forward to that. Here we go then. And the man who seems to have the Midas touch, the man with the number 2 on the shirt, Antonio Dorignac. I'm sure all the Dorignacs that are here, and I've seen quite a few of them, will be very proud. Again, he's getting closer and closer, and he does it with such ease and elegance. We've, I believe, heard the first horn. That ball just kept in play once again by Francisco Ontiveros. Now it goes wide. And that will be the end of the chukker. So, a very convincing 6-0 for Casablanca. Congratulations to Milo Vilche, Francisco Obregon, and then Francisco Ontiveros and Antonio Dorignac. Commiserations, but well played. Husk with Isabella Pettinato, Felipe Teves, Pedro Lisioli, and Marcos Lisioli. So we're going to have a very short break as we say goodbye to the players. We have another game coming up. Stay with us. We'll be back in just a few moments.
All right, everybody. We want to thank everybody once again for joining us here, CTV Sports. Thanks all the fans for coming out. We've got a great group of fans here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. A couple more classes for you here. Remember, we start at you could call it the senior juniors, and we work our way down. So this is you can see how there's a little bit of a difference, and that's what's kind of cool because that's how they can set them up with Jennifer's putting them in their groups. And if you do have a young child like to play, then you can see how they kind of compete against the same age, right around there, same riding ability. So we'll step down now. We're going to take a little bit of a break because we just got to adjust the field. So they're going to move the field in closer, make it a little bit easier for the players. And they're going to bring the goalposts in. So, and then they'll go a half field. This will be the walk-trot group. And then they're going to go ahead and they'll bring them in even closer, and we'll end with our lead line group. And then you want to make sure you stay around and see the players up close and personal for our trophy presentation. So once again, I'm Dale Switch and Jan Eric Frank. Thanks for joining us here on CTV Sports. Let us get the field organized, and we'll be right back for our walk-trot class. All right, welcome back, everybody. And as we said, we moved the field down now to a half a field. This is the walk trot, but you will see that they are probably going to break right out of the walk trot. As we can ask some of the fans, please step back a little bit, everybody, please, just for safety. Thank you. And you will see, as you see, a little different speeds set up here as they take it down. And, yeah, you want to go through the players that are playing here today?
Yes, indeed, Dale. We've got Rich Properties. They're in the turquoise, I think you could call them. We've got at number 1, Rowan Campson. He's wearing a blue helmet. At number 2, Cruz Obregon in a black helmet. At number 3, Elijah Ace, the young South African, with the number 3 playing out there. And at number 4, also in a sort of dark greyish helmet, we have Beltran Nero. For Tackeria, they're in the navy shirts. We have at number 1, Mariana Obregon. At number 2, Hayes Campson. He's in a light blue helmet, as is Silvestre Gomez Romero. He's playing the number 4. And Justo Zeda playing the number 3 in a dark helmet. So, yeah, they've all got very similar-looking helmets on, Dale. It's a bit of a challenge, but I'm sure we will, as we always do, work it out somehow. So, we are in the first chukker. That first shot just going out to the right-hand side. And as you rightly said, Dale, the field, of course, has been reduced a little bit in size to make it a little bit more exciting for the youngsters out there who are playing. Here we go then with a knock-in coming from Rich Properties, and that is Beltran Nero. Let's see if he can get some headway up. And we have another youngster who's just... And that will, of course, stop the action just for a moment. So we will have a very short break, and we'll be back in just a few moments. Stay with us here on CTV Sports.
Polo school is the funnest thing I've become involved with in the last year of my life.
Gave me the confidence to be able to play an event in beach polo, Miami Beach, and snow polo in Aspen.
Our dedicated instructors have years of polo experience and are CHA certified.
It's important to us to come back and have a really good experience.
Every time you leave the gates from the polo school, you're hungry for more.
When I founded the Tackeria 48 years ago, the goal was to service polo players fieldside and carry a complete line of polo equipment. Since those early days, we now carry everything for the horse and rider. Anything that goes on or near a horse, you're likely to find here in our store. We still have polo equipment made by polo players for polo players.
Playing in a dedicated women's polo league is great for progressing your polo. It's great for us to play together as women, to have a chance to take to the field with some of the best polo players in the world. It's helping us come together, improve our polo and keep up playing a regular high level of polo.
Like, I'm learning so much. I am shadowing some of the best women players in the sport, and it's just been an incredible journey, really.
I have played at Santa Rita before and I love it here. It's a fantastic club. They do so much for not only just polo but women's polo, so we're very excited to be here, and huge thanks to Melissa and Mark for having us.
This place is special because of the unique environment and nature that you have around here.
There's an endless amount of things to do here in Aspen Valley, so this is the place to be in the summer.
Great group, it's like a big family. We're all, you know, on the field it's intense, we compete, but off the field we do a lot of fun stuff.
Oh, it's like playing in the polo heaven. It's perfect.
Underway. And as I was saying to you earlier on this afternoon, very much looking forward to our 8th goal, where we will have the one and only Dale Schwetz in the saddle, doing what he also does so well, which is being one of the best umpires in the world and surrounding planets. So you'll have Dale on screen, and you'll be listening to myself. I shall be in the CTV Sports studio a little bit later on this afternoon.
Yeah, the 8 goal's stepping up. As we had the 6th goal, we were talking about how it's been fantastic to watch, speed-wise. And then you add the 2 goals, and it's just been a very competitive league. So you make sure you can join us for that. And then always keep on all of our platforms to check our scheduling as we move forward in all the leagues I went over earlier today. Our women's polo on Wednesdays. And our high goal. Once we get through the high goal, you'll be able to catch all different tournaments from 20 goals up. And you might see some of the kids riding around on the wheelie. We have the Wheelie Polo Manual Rules and Regulations book. They'll be out for our leagues, as they are doing a great job with the Wheelie Polo. We showcase a lot of that here at the Grand Champions Polo Club and our sister club, the Aspen Valley Polo Club. So you've probably seen that. New up-and-coming adventure sport. The wheels move a good 15 to 20 miles an hour. Segway design, controlled by a player's legs. And so they put together a great manual for safety. It looks like we got everybody back on top and ready to go. And we have our first run down the field. And it looks like they're going to go ahead and a great shot there as they put it in. And Elijah. There's Ace coming through scoring. Very well done there. He takes a shot from a good 40-plus yards. Keeps the goalpost still at the 24 feet a yard, just playing half a field. And I think the walk trot here, Jan, is going to another level. We're going to have to design another little league here, because they're using their walk trot, but they're all going into a canter, nice lope, and great contact with the ball.
Indeed. So thrown in again, halfway through that half on the right-hand side, and a pick up here very quickly here by, once again, the man with the number 4, the young man with the number 4 on his shirt. That is Beltram Nero. And look at this, Dale, look at this. Just out to the left-hand side again, very, very close. They're keeping the pressure, Rich Properties. And I believe, yep, that is the first horn. And that, well, normally would bring us to the end of that first period of play. Now, we did have a lot of interruptions. They might just play the 30 seconds. Let's see what they decide to do. Yeah, they're going to play the last 30 seconds out, which I can understand. They didn't really get a lot of polo in that first chucker. And away we go with Tackeria, trying to do something with it. In comes Silvestre Gomez Romero. And once again, That will be the second horn. So just a single goal there coming from the man from South Africa, Elijah Ace. And that puts, at the end of that first period of play, Rich Properties in the lead by 1-0. No score by Tackeria. But I'm sure that'll change when we come back in just a few moments for chukker number 2.
So we'll go and see here, yeah. They might go ahead and keep everybody on the same ponies. And I was talking about the different sizes, as we do have some, and I look like that's gonna end it here, Jan, as we did have the continuation. They continued on the same horses, and you see all different sizes again. And they do use ponies, by the way. We had some people asking us that. They have some very, very athletic ponies that have been bred. Some are smaller horses that are actually right around that 14 hands, I guess you could say. And very special, you could call it. Here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, when you do drive in, keep an eye out for some of our miniature horses and zebra horses. Actually, there's all kinds of different horses as you come in. Love the group. You can go on Instagram. You can check that out too for Santa Rita Polo Farm. And that's a lot of fun. They actually do travel with the clubs. They spend the winters here where the temperatures are amazing at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, and then they travel to Aspen for the summer. And they're very friendly. Please don't enter the pens without any managers around, just for safety reasons. But you will be able to see them if you are here at the games. Please if you want to stop by and give them a shout, they'll come over. They're very friendly. And great to see. So it looks like they're going to move the posts in just a little bit further. We got players changing up again. They are going to come out for another chukker, so we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Welcome back, everybody. Just waiting for that last player to make his way out onto the field. And, of course, a player from the Tackeria. who have yet to score. They've just finished that first chucker. Rich Properties, and a cracking goal from Elijah Ace, the South African, putting one in the back of the net, as we like to say. So we are ready to get chucker number 2 underway. Esteban Ferrari has thrown the ball into play, and as you can see, we have one player missing, but they decided to play on in this Avendano Memorial, the 44th edition. Everybody trying to get a piece of that ball, and it looks like Tackeria are going to come out on top here. Nicely done. Little flick of the wrist there, and a backhand shot. Someone's dropped his mallet. So we're just going to have a little whistle to stop the clock. Very nice gesture to pick that one up and able to continue. So everybody back in the saddle, everybody having their mallets. And about ready to get that ball thrown in again by Esteban Ferrari. So just waiting for them to line up properly, and away we go. Here we go then, ball's back in play, and off we go. Let's see who can pick up the ball. The Tackeria, as I say, down by 1. A good pick up here by the number 3, the man who scored a little earlier, Elijah Ace, for Rich Properties. And looks like he's just going to put it out to the left-hand side, although the ball's still in play. Backhander coming here from Gomez, Sylvester Gomez Romero, in the light blue helmet and the dark shirt. Plays quite a bit of his polo on the islands of Hawaii. Yeah, still a little bit of a fight going on there. Who's got the line? Who's got the right of way? The nice little near side backhand shot. They got to be careful here. This could be this could have the potential of going through the uprights. Comes out for Rich Properties. Once again, a little backhand flick there coming from the number 2, I believe that was. Cruz Obregon in the black helmet, near side backhander. As Tackeria trying to find a little opening, a little gap. Maybe they found one here, and that looks very, very promising. And away we go, Tackeria. Oh, look at this. This looks like it could go all the way for the number 4, Gomez, Silvestre Romero Gomez, and it just goes out on the left-hand side of that goalpost. Wow. Took a long time in the making, but then eventually they got there. Now remember, they are a man down. They're playing 3 against 4. But that doesn't seem to faze them in the slightest. It's just a question of positioning. Play is called. And once again, the knock-in coming here from Beltran Nero. Only as far, though, I was going to say, as Silvestre Gomez Romero. Another shot or another little touch. And we wait for the return by Tackeria. Very nice pony that. Been ridden there by the number 1 by Rowan Campson. So, hang on. So, yeah, a little bit of a stalemate going on. And away we go once again. Tackeria on the move. This looks promising. This looks very promising. And this time, no mistake. Well done with the number 4, Silvestre Gomez Romero. Picking up the equaliser. It is 1 goal apiece here now in the second chukker. So not quite sure how much time is left here in this chukker, but it can't be that much. Sorry? So just shy of 2 minutes, I've just been told. Thank you very much, Tracy. A little under 2 minutes remaining here in this second chukker, so I have a feeling the next goal could be the winning goal. Again, it's picked up, nicely taken under the neck there by Silvestre Gomez Romero. Yeah, he was going the wrong way. Remember, after every goal scored, they change ends. And let's see if he can get a bit of a run going here. Oh, look at this. This is elegance in motion, and that looks like it's going to go through. Goal number 2 for Silvestre Gomez Romero. And with that, they take the lead. Tackeria now up by 2-1. Well, didn't see that coming, but all of a sudden it just seems to all fall into place. And Tackeria, good backing up from all 4 players. But Silvestre Gomez Romero making no mistake there, saw the opportunity and quickly picked up goal number 2 for the Tackeria, who, as I said, are in the navy blue shirts. And once again, the ball is thrown into play. Well, he clearly wants to make it 3 in a row. Look at this. Just a couple of touches, and all of a sudden, 3 goals. 3 cracking goals. A hat-trick for Silvestre Gomez Romero. And with that, horn, that will bring us to the end of chukker number 2. So, after a shaky first chukker in that opening chukker where Rich Property scored, Elijah Ace picking up a goal, it was then 3 goals, all on the account of Silvestre Gomez Romero. Final score then 3-1 for Tackeria.
Well done, Jan. And another great game as we're going to go ahead and switch it up a little bit here. Now, we have games going on a couple fields here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. As we do have same league, same setups based on the Junior de Avendano. And with the players, before they do the lead line, they might go ahead and try to move another game over here. So we're going to see right now. We're just going to check it out as we've had some games going on the Buenos Aires field, which is directly behind the Aspen field here at Santa Rita Pole Farm. So as they move things around for us, give us a little chance. We appreciate your patience. We're going to check with the umpires here and check with the tournament committee as they might move one of the higher rated tournaments over. They're just checking that out right now. So we'll be right back. And we're going to have either that game or the lead line. So we'll be right back. Stay with us. All right, welcome back, everybody. And thank you again for your patience as we do adjust the fields. When we go from the, well, you could say our junior class that start out, they play on a full-length field. Field being 300 yards long, polo field, 9 football fields fit in the area, full 10 acres with runoffs. And then as they go down in classes, and as you can see when we went to our walk-trot class, they bring the field in halfway. It makes it more exciting, makes it a little easier for the players also based on the distance, amount of balls they need to hit. And when they get ready, we got a lot of the young players. It's been a lot of fun, to tell you, that because we've been doing this for so long, and to be a part of the PTF, and especially having it here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm, you see these young kids and the big smile on their faces, and how they all come by. They come by the tent all the time, say hello to us. They remember. It's just a lot of fun. You see how they always look forward to do this. Now we are getting prepared for my favorite class for many reasons, the lead line class. We were talking about it earlier today. It might be a little more competitive sometimes for the parents or the trainers who are actually leading the horses, as the players that play have so much fun. And even if they don't hit the ball, they have fun, and that's what's great about it. They're on the horse, they're out there, they're rolling around, they're being led towards the balls. That's where we say it gets very competitive with the people that are leading the horses. A lot of them are the parents, and the young players, young ladies and gentlemen that play in it. Some of them, believe it or not, it's even very tough for them to swing the mallet. But this is where it all starts. I was talking about earlier today, and watching Grant and Riley Ganzi, 2 players that really stick out in my mind, because I actually watched them. That was the first time I saw lead line class, and they were playing the lead line. And then to see the development of the players that come out of the lead line class and end up, well, Milo playing here. He was the youngest player, one of the youngest players. Every player just saw his mom and dad down here, Mercedes and Pablo. And this said he played in the World Polo League, and then to think that he started out in this class. So when you see it, if you've never seen it, you're going to fall in love with it. It is it's a special time. I call it the frosting on the cake. And there go. Well, you got it right there. That just leave a smile on your face. What does? But this is where it's all about. This is what it's all about. We want to make sure we have all of the names. We have some new players in the lead line class this year, and they entered a few at the end, because remember, it is a true beginner class. It is very safe because they're at a walk most of the time. They do go to a little bit of a trot if the lead line moms and dads like to go to a little walk and trot, but most times at a walk. So it is safe. It's a great way to start. And so sometimes we get kids that are coming just came to watch, and one of the prizes that we have here at the Avendano doing it because of the polo school is we have the ability to supply boots, helmets, knee guards, glasses, goggles, all the safety measurements needed while you're playing on the polo field, and they are a must. You cannot ride a horse without a helmet on, and that is a rule and regulation for safety. And a closed-toe shoe with both the leg in or a boot. We actually have those at the polo school for people that are just starting. Most people usually buy their own once they get involved, but a lot of people when they start do not have that, so we have those on hand. So we had a few new representatives, which we applaud. So please, if you're not sure about all this, come out with a friend. Come out, be ready to go. If you do have helmets and boots, you can bring out. We have mallets to supply them with mallets. They are made with smaller grips. They're lighter. They're made for younger people, and so that helps out a lot. Now, sometimes they do play with the different ball. We have a number of different balls in the game of polo. The outdoor ball is a hard plastic ball, just a little bit bigger than a baseball, and that's why it does move as fast and as far as it does. The arena ball is a leather ball. It looks like a little soccer ball. But then we also have the snow polo and beach polo ball, which is kind of, it looks like a beach ball, but it's harder plastic. and they can make that different sizes. And sometimes that is a good tool to use. That we use them in the polo school. You would come and you actually would hit that ball first because it's larger, easier to hit. Then you can go to the leather ball, which is a little bit smaller, that ball, and then you'll develop and go to the outdoor ball, which is very small. And that development helps out, we've seen in the polo school, and also helps with our beginner players. They're going to use the regular ball today, and as you see, we have a big group out on the field, and we also have other managers around the area for safety, being that everyone is some of them now are graduates. Some of them are ready to graduate to the walk trot class, and they'll evaluate them every year when they come to play. And when they're ready to go to the walk trot class, then of course their riding skills have gone to a level where they can ride and control the horse by themselves. So it's a great way to start. Lead line class. Looks like they're getting the final preparations on it. They're going to make the field probably about 50 yards long, and they will get some goals. It goes back and forth. It's interesting. Every year, you never know. We always have someone that stands out, that comes out, does a great job. But then some of the beginners that have never played before also, they surprise you. So you should have a lot of fun with this. And remember, after that, we'll go to a little bit of a short break, and they'll have the trophy presentation. And also, if you do come out to one of the events, then we have an amazing asado also here for all our participants and the families. So it's a full day of fun. And as Jan said earlier, today, if you're here at the games, we are going to have an 8-goal game. That'll be moved over to the Grand Champions and fields. And then if you want to watch on CTV Sports, you can catch that game. And, of course, check all our platforms for all of our continuing play, because we are just getting going here at Grand Champions Polo Club, as we'll play into April when it really fires up. And that's when some great tournaments, high goal tournaments, finish off a lot of medium goal and lower goal tournament finals. So it looks like they're getting the final touches out there. Son's very lining them up. You will see some fathers and moms also on the horse with the player. They're very small, and they will ride with them. So you might see you'll see that, and that helps out. Also, it gives it gives encouragement, it gives confidence to the young player, be it a young lady or gentleman, having their parent with them. So you might see that on some of the horses. Don't be confused by that. And that's what it's all about. It all starts with the lead line class. We do it last, but it is the start, and it is the frosting on the cake. It looks like we got them lined out, so we'll get ready to go. Thank you again for your patience as we get ready for the lead line class. So, Jan, how did it look out there? Looked like we got a lot of different players this year. As I was saying, it was great to see some of the new participants coming in.
Yeah, well, we are still actually waiting for 2 players. We're waiting for Facundo and Lorenzo Navijo Estrada. They are going to be making up part of that Aspen Valley team. They're in the sapphire blue. Out there already is Lucas Wolf in the light grey, and Magdalena Seda. She's wearing the pink helmet. And then for Maya Ranch, well, this is going to be a tricky one because they've all got very similar looking helmets. And an extra couple of players. At the moment out there starting is Seve Colombres. His brother Sira might be in the saddle a little bit later on. Seve wearing a red helmet. At number 2, Gael Munoz in a dark blue helmet. Number 3, Pierre Sanes in a dark blue helmet. And Renata Pieres in a black helmet. So that's just to give us an extra level of, good job we're not doing this in black and white, Taylor. We can see clearly, but it's going to be a tricky one. So please do bear with us if we might get the odd name slightly wrong, as they all look very similar. So I believe we have actually already started. And as you were saying, Dale, some of the fathers, of course, out there on the ponies with their offspring. And, yep, well, at the moment, it is very much anyone's game. Horses need to play along as well. A little turnaround there by the number 1, Seve Colombres. He's the young man in the red helmet. And let's see. Oh, that looks pretty decent. A little strike there from the number 2. I beg your pardon. Yeah, the number 2 in in the black, and that, of course, none other than Gael Munoz. Trying to do something with it. Yeah, the old the dad's hands there, helping a little bit to try and move that pony around. Tricky one here for the umpires to determine who's actually got that right of way, but it looks like Seve Colombres might just have a crack at this. It's gone over to back into the middle of the entire group of players. And all of a sudden, things looking a little bit promising here for My Ranch. Oh, yes, very nice touch here. From the number 3 this time, and that is Pierre Sagnes. I hope I've pronounced that correct. He's up in front of goal. And now the finishing touch from the number 2, from Gael Munoz. To put it through. In comes Seve Colombres to support. Good team play here by My Ranch to try and put that one up between the uprights. But again, just not getting the finishing touch. A little touch once again by Munoz. He's the young man in the dark blue helmet. Lot of traffic in front of that goal mouth at this time. So let's see if they can actually finish and put one through. A lot of expectations here, Dale, and a lot going on. You know, a lot of family members, of course, cheering on their offspring. And it's still in front of that goal of Aspen Valley. Remember, they're in the light blue. They need to defend. My Ranch looking for anything that could lead to an opportunity and a finish. Again, a good bit of defensive play here by Aspen Valley, getting that ball back up towards the centre of this small field, the mini pitch, if you will. I have to be honest with you, I'm struggling to... there it is. For a minute there, I didn't know where the ball was, but I found it now. Yep, there it is, the little round white thing. Doesn't help that we've got an extra ball on the field as well, but... once again, it's he's had most touches so far, little and young Seve Colombres. Doing a very good job. And... yeah, let's see if they can do something here and turn this back. Yeah, a lot of shouting, a lot of talking going on there. Nicely done. Very nicely done. Yeah, he's leading that line very well. Yeah, you can't kick it, Daddy. You can't kick the ball. Oh, you see, he's done exactly that. Well, that would be a yellow card straight away. But as my mother would say, we'll just draw a veil over that. So with a little bit of help, never did anybody any good. We all need a helping hand in life every now and then. And now, an open swing. And all of a sudden, we've got a white player. I thought it was just the blacks and the turquoise, but why not mix things up? Have a little somebody from the white team in there.
You got it. You can throw a blanket over all of them. That's what I say when you're in the lead line class. And we do get a goal. We get the high flag there. And it's going to be Estrada. And off they go. And you can see that they're moving towards their first horn. And we have a lot. This is the first year where we've seen a number of the parents with the players riding with them, and different sizes, but they will, like you said, they graduate from riding with their parents to being the ride around, and a lot of them are riding without being led around, which I love that, because that means they're getting ready to move to the lead line. From the lead line to the walk trot group. Now they'll switch them out again, Jan, which you love to see. The masses, it's amazing. This is the largest lead line class we've seen in many years, which again is a huge light at the end of the Polo Tunnel, because this is where they start. And this is amazing. I've never seen this many participate in the lead line class. Fantastic. Great to see that. So they're going to switch them up here a little bit. And there's a number of them out there. So they'll go ahead and switch up. Some players will stay out on the field. Other ones will flip around. I want to thank again all the parents for doing a great job. We actually even have some infants that are out here or younger players that do not ride yet out watching, and that's where they get excited. And next thing you know, you got the lead line class with 25 people, which is great to see. I think we started, first time I saw it was probably about 6 to 8, and that was breathtaking just to see that many. And now this is just a whole nother level of participants. So well done with the players. And again, fantastic horses, just great horses and ponies. A mixture of different So I got some of the parents taking some photos out there. It's a special time. And they're off. And this is where it gets great. This is where, there you go. See, you got some of the parents that are a little bit quicker on the lead line. And this is on the move here again. And we got a breakaway here. I don't know if you got these guys completely put together. But it's going to be our GJ Racing. They're going to score a goal. And that's going to be Kira Laprida? Huh? Oh, Sierra Laprida. I'm sorry. So Sierra Laprida will pick up the goal there. And that was like right out of the bowling. And as they come, they'll come back to center. They still set up with the Bolins. And set up with the same plays that they do if they're playing regular polo. Get them used to doing all the different procedures that we use in the game. And now it comes down to who has the fastest lead liner. As they spin around inside here. Now they get a group going to goal now. Oh, is it like Laprida again? On the move. Oh, no, good save. And spins the horse around here. Is that Sir Laprida? Is that in the pink helmet right there? Yeah, she is fantastic, man. She's a great little player. And good rider. And she could move up to the walk trial. We'll see her in a year easily. They get in front of goal. And now, this is where the lead line parents are got to figure that out. Who can spin around here trying to keep them lined out as they get in front of goal. That's about out in front, and looks like that ball's going to roll over the end line. So they'll line them up for a knock-in. Again, they go through the procedures. They don't mean much to the kids at this age, but as they develop, it will all sink in, and that's why they come on so strong, as you saw our earlier classes today. And here's a knock-in. Look at this full swing here. So Claudia Gomez Romero with a great shot there. Hitting it to half field on the 50-yard field, so a good 20, 25-yard knock-in. Now, they are using the plastic balls. I told you, we do have a number of different balls. There is a plastic ball that we use. And look at the spin and turn here. It's a lighter ball. It moves along easier. And it's going to be Laprida. And she leaned way out of the saddle there. No problem. You notice some of the young ones ride also on just saddle pads. That's where they learn to ride. They have a couple different pads on there, thicker pads. And it gives them the ability to put their legs around the horse and they can grab a hold of it also. And good job there by Laprida. Now going back down in front, though, as they go on defense, get this ball just inside the 20. And now back to the lead liners. And I see more jogging and running out there by our lead. The lead liners, the leaders are trying to get the horses in better position as they spin it around, turn the defense into offense. And once again, you can throw a blanket over 10 of them. As we do a 5-on-5 out there. There's your horn right there. And now put your hands together, everybody. What a fantastic lead line class. And we'll see if they decide to go another round. But everybody getting involved. And wow, we are in for some amazing PTF events as the years go by. And they start coming because with this group right here, we're going to see this group develop very quick. Oh, there's your second horn right there. It's our 30-second warning horn. And once again, everybody put your hands together here at the Santa Rita Polo Farm. They say no, they're going to keep playing, Trace. They said they're having too much fun. I love seeing how quickly they try to move around. They're still going to keep it going anyways. They said they're just going to finish the goal. Right in front here. Now, the mom and dad there, now not allowed to kick the ball, but that does help. And then we get the high flag right there. And I think that would be the equalizer. As on the white team, someone picked up a goal down there. They're all down in front. Pink helmet on the white team. Is it Catalina Lisioli?
Yeah.
So Catalina Lisioli. And if we do mix those up a little bit, we do apologize to all the players, to all the mom and dads, based on the amount of players this year. Now with all the lead line, with this many, they're going to have to come out with numbers on the horses and everything. They are just amazing, the amount of players as they come back to the center. And they can still continue in here. All right, so it looks like they're got to line them all up, and we'll see if we got still another chucker here. Yeah? Oh, is that it? 2 more chuckers. So 2 more chuckers of the lead line class. They had the 2 chuckers. Yep. And there's going to be 2 more. So we want to send the flaggers back out, guys. 2 more chuckers, guys. And I'll bring it back to my man, Jan Erik Frank. Jan, you know you love that lead line class. We love it.
Yeah, we do.
I mean, and to see this amount of people, of incredible. So we'll see what they decide to do, if they're going to mix it up, if they're going to keep some on. I love that the parents are getting into it. Look at them jogging and moving around, and a lot more energy out there. Yeah, what do you think?
I think so far it's been a fantastic day. As you said, Dale, a fun Monday, and I think the atmosphere, if you're watching it on CTV Sports, well, I can only relay the atmosphere, which is absolutely amazing. A real family day out. It's so nice to see so many friendly faces, so many smiles on all the young kids. We, as Dale was saying, we're just going to have a very short break here and come back to you in just a few moments with our next lead line chucker. So here we go then. We have two more lead line chuckers coming, and they're going to be taking between Maya Ranch in the black shirts and Santa Rita in the white. Let me just give you another rundown, a quick rundown of who's who for who. In the black shirts, Maya Ranch, we have the two brothers, Seve and Ciro Columbres. They are going to be switching around a little bit. Then we have Gael Munoz in the dark blue, Renata Pieres in the black helmet, and Pierre Sanes in the dark blue helmet. For Santa Rita in white, we've got Dorothy Bray with her dad Jesse Bray out there, Catalina Lisoli, and then we have Felipe Obregon at number 2, Tabare Obregon in the black helmet, and another Obregon, all good things come in threes, Isidro Obregon also out there as away we go. And they're going to be playing, as I said, another two chuckers here in this lead line. And then, to finish things off, afterwards, on this very field, we will have the Red Barn against Alex Photo and Maya Ranch. Meanwhile, and we'll just wait for confirmation, we have another score. So just bear with us to deduce and to find out exactly who made that goal. Well, we'll get that back to you. What was it, for black or white? What color? I have no idea. I'm going to say blue if blue's on the other side. No, it's white's going south. Who's the blue? So the blue scored, I don't know who. Blue scored. Okay, so we have a score on the blue. So that was a little misunderstanding there. The blues, and the white, so not Maya Ranch. I do apologize. It's Facundo and Lorenzo Estrada. And the pink helmet in the white. That to me sounds like Catalina Lisoli picking up that goal. So just to give you a rundown of who's in the blue shirts. As I said, Facundo Novijo Estrada, Lorenzo Novijo Estrada, Lucas Wolf in the light grey, and then Magdalena Zeda in the pink helmet in the light blue. So, yeah, a lot of activity here on the field. And a lot of balls as well. Doesn't always quite make it easy to find out which is the right ball, but as long as everybody, and that's what they're doing, they're having a great time out there. As I said, just Teacher Monas is out there as well. The Tomacho is out there. I saw him earlier on as well, of course, making sure that everything is done safely. But I just can't tell you enough how many smiling faces we have there. So let's have a look who that could be. Zeda, Magdalena Zeda, yes indeed, Magdalena. Yeah, and Roberto Zeda riding with Magdalena. So that horn is about to come. There it is. So just a couple of seconds remaining here in the penultimate chukker. We have one more chukker thereafter between Aspen Valley and Maya, I beg your pardon, and Santa Rita. And another goal very quickly taken. You see the goal judge there raising the flag. So we will just evaluate exactly who scored. We'll be right back. Stay with us here. We have one more lead line chukker coming up here on CTV Sports.
All right, we just got confirmation as it was Lucas Wolf scoring that goal there. And her father riding, or his father riding with them, which is kind of cool. Santi Wolf. And, of course, we love this as everyone goes around and shakes each other's hands. They do have one more chucker, though. So, lead line class taking over the Avendano this year, Jan. Yeah. It has been, it surprised us, actually, when we came in. And it's good to see them all, though. Good to see all the different players like that. We're going to meet some new faces, some new players as they come along. And now we are going to go back to the orange and black. So we got GJ Racing and Meyer Ranch. All right, so stay with us. We're getting ready for our final chucker.
So, ball's back in play. And away we go now. Clock is on. Yep. All to play for here in this, the final, the sixth and final, or the fourth and final chuck, I beg your pardon. It's a little, yes, just slightly. But we're doing our best. As the umpire also keeping a close eye on what's happening over there. Once again, that to me looked like Seve Colombres trying to find a little gap as GJ Racing will come back. A little turnaround on that pony. Yeah, hang on. And where's that ball going to go? It's on the line, on the doorstep, Dale. Oh, how close. And that's going to go. Where's that going to go? Little bit of a cluster there. A lot of Polo players in front of goal. Comes out of that scrum. Over on the far side. And this could be a possible breakaway here for GJ Racing. Oh, well done in the pink helmet. That is Sierra Laprida. Oh, well done. Sierra gets the canter going. She's out and leaves the pack behind. Sierra Laprida again, the young lady in the pink shirt. Oh, look how she comes out of that saddle. Absolutely amazing. The talents of these youngsters. Quite remarkable. And again, they're being pulled. That to me looks like Kalani Gomez Romero in front of that goal, trying to get it a little bit closer. Oh, yes. And did that go through? I think it did. Yes, indeed. And he's happy with that. Kalani Gomez Romero picking up a very important goal here in the dying minutes of this last chukker. Well, very nicely done. And you can see the joy that he was feeling when that ball crossed that line. So, cracking goal there by Kalani Gomez Romero. So, let's have a look at the clock. And the scrum continues. A lot of legs on the ground. Uh-oh. Little breakaway here for Maya Ranch. Is that going to go through? Is it going to go all the way with the number 3 from Maya Ranch? Will he do it? Pierre Sanez? Yes, indeed. Cracking goal by Pierre Sanez. Puts that one through. And, wow. Let's have a look at the clock. How much time do we have left? 45 seconds. A lot can happen, as you know, Dale, in 45 seconds.
This has been a fast one.
This has been, yeah. But you know what? You just can't put a price on the smiling, happy faces of these youngsters. That is really what makes it all worthwhile. We've had the horn. We've got 30 seconds left to play in this lead line. Chaka again, a little. Yeah, Cyril Aprina. She's very, very confident. Look how far she leans out of the saddle, probably saying to them in Spanish, "Get out of my way." So the horn coming, and that will bring us to a close. So, ladies and gentlemen, and then especially the parents, I think a big round of applause is in order here for all the youngsters who took part not only in the lead line but in all of our tournaments. Even though the second bell had gone, we're going to see if we can just finish on a high here for my ranch with Pierre Sanez. Can he put it through? Stolen on the line. Stolen on the line, and we had actually stopped. Well, I can just confirm that we did have the chucker bell, the second horn, and clearly they're having such a good time they don't want to stop, but actually the chucker is over. So we'll let them work that one out themselves. We, meanwhile, will be getting everything ready for our next 6 chucker round robin match, part and parcel of the Avendano and President's Cup Memorial. We've got Red Barn, obviously in red, coming up against Alex Photo and Maya Ranch in Navy. So that'll be up on your screens here at CTV Sports in just a few moments. Stay with us. We'll leave you now with these lovely pictures of the lead line.
All right, everybody. What a day here. The beautiful Santa Rita Polo Farm. Once again, thank you for your patience. We were talking about we got a couple other games going on the Buenos Aires field next door. And they're going to go ahead and finish that one up here. So I always like to end our broadcast anyways with the lead line class, which is now, you build the cake and the cake's there and then the frosty's usually on top. But I think the frosty just flowed over down the sides of it, which is beautiful. And just shows you the amount of kids. So, yeah, and just give me your thoughts on the day, kind of from start to finish, quick scenario.
Well, first of all, I'd like to thank Santa Rita for also allowing me to be and take part on this lovely day. And as you said, Dale, and I think the words "a fun Monday" or "a fun day" sums it up. I think the talent that we're seeing here, the young kids, and I mean, there's so many to choose from. And I think I'm very proud and I'm very honoured to be part of, the future generations of polo and the birthplace of where, it all starts and where it all happens. The polo school here, I think they're doing an amazing job. I think Jen McCleavely keeping it all together with so many children, so many parents, the logistics of it also. Compliments to everybody who put this together, and well done on all the players who took part.
And I will say, it has grown and grown and grown. It's like going to this little carnival that was just like a few rides, and now you got this main midway games going on. I mean, the amount of parents, the amount of grandparents that I've seen here today, just spectacular. Love to see it. I want to thank everyone who helped us out with some interviews. All seeing Danny Schrager here was great. Bringing back, of course, Jennifer and everything they do. Santa Rita, the Ganzis, thank you so much. Santa Rita Polo Farm, just truly amazing. Tackeria President's Day Cup, Avendano, PTF, Polo Training Foundation. Remember the Polo School, as Jan brought up. Again, I am blown away at just how many people, how many young kids and parents were out here for the lead line class. That just shows you the future of polo is just growing and it's such a bright light. So it's been a lot of fun. We hope you enjoyed your day with us here on CTV Sports. Remember, we have a lot of polo we played this winter, so check out some of our leagues from 6 gold to 26 goals. For Jan, Eric, Frank, I'm Dale Schwetz. I speak for everyone here at CTV Sports, so I say thank you for making us the leaders in polo broadcasting. And always remember here at CTV Sports, we love the polo.